Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, young and old, come one, come all. Tonight, we are going to witness the most anticipated podcast in the history of podcasting. For the people in attendance and the millions listening around the world, this is the moment you have all been waiting for. It's the Off Track FMX Podcast. We are live. Introducing first, broadcasting out of the red corner, hailing from Seattle, Washington, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, with what's described as a PBR dad bod. It's Jeff Shanae, also known as SMP Jeff, also known as Sister, also known as The Sister, also known as Sister. Next up, coming out of the blue corner, he hails from Renton, Washington, standing 5 feet 10 inches tall and weighing in at 200 pounds. He's the number 153 on the track and number 1 in your hearts. It's none other than Greg Crater, known around the world as See Ya Later Crater, and sometimes known as the Gregosaurus. If you want to get a hold of us, go to our website at www.offtrackfmxpodcast.com or send us an email at offtrackfmxpodcast@gmail.com. Find us on all the usual social media spots at Off Track FMX Podcast. And now, this is truly the moment you have all been waiting for. It's time! Strap in and get ready for 2 hours of podcasting gold!
Here we go. Gregory Crater, welcome to another Off Track FMX podcast. Just a little bullshit in here real quick before we get into the show.
Yeah.
So
current events. Jeff's into current events lately.
I found some interesting news story. I just, I feel like I want to ask you these questions. Okay, so did you hear this story? Here, let me see if I can play the video.
So can everybody hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Officer Monroe.
It's a judge. I'm used to it.
There is a judge talking. There is an officer.
Is she part of this case?
This is a speeding ticket.
Yes.
Oh, people are just coming in.
Do you hear the beeping? That's a
looking at-
There are
fucking heart
5
monitor.
people so far.
Heart monitor.
Number 20 TRO
Yeah,
95795.
a doctor.
I believe Officer Monroe
plastic
is
surgeon.
present on this case as well.
Got a speeding
So
ticket.
unless I'm mistaken, I'm seeing a defendant that's in the middle of an operating room, appearing to be actively engaged in providing services to a patient. Is that correct, Mr. Green?
Yes, sir.
Or should I say Dr. Green, but I don't know that.
Okay,
I don't know that.
that's okay.
I
good
do
as Dr.
not feel
Schnee.
comfortable
Right.
for the welfare of a patient if you're in the process of operating that I would put on a trial, notwithstanding the fact that the officer
Traffic
here
trial,
today.
you dumb fuck.
What's-
So I have another surgeon right here who's doing the surgery with me, so I can stand here and allow them to do the surgery also.
I mean, I'm just standing here getting paid.
I don't think so.
I don't really
think that's
need
appropriate.
I don't-
to actually do any of the cutting.
It's not appropriate.
When you're not actively involved or participating in
No, it's cool.
attending to the needs of a
The
patient.
knocked out guy said it was okay.
Let me see if I can get a different date here.
I'm sure it's
doing
just
a
doing
tit
another
implant.
boob job.
Yeah, exactly.
That
What do
is
you-
mind blowing though. That he, I wonder if he just. You think it was his phone? You think what was the device
no.
there? You think?
Oh, so I saw there's
You did some research.
There's a little more to the video. There's
Sure.
No, he has a nurse that's holding a laptop.
Oh,
like
okay.
Yeah, and
He
like
couldn't even just like get
nope.
one of the stainless tables and
no,
set
he
it
has
on.
he has a nurse holding a laptop because the judge dismisses him and then like the nurse takes off with it, but then he brings him back because it's 100%
Amazing.
Yeah.
I wonder if they sanitized the laptop.
The title is NorCal Plastic Surgeon Doctor in Surgery While Fighting Traffic Ticket on Zoom. I mean...
Zoom trials. I didn't even know that was really a thing, but apparently they're doing Zoom trials now, and you could do it from work.
Crater.
Obviously.
Have you ever been to a Zoom trial?
I mean, I went to a trial that didn't seem like it was zooming by.
Have you ever been to a Zoom trial?
Never Zoom.
Have you ever been to a Zoom trial?
I don't think so.
Have you ever been to a sister trial?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I've been to a sister trial.
There's the jokes.
Never the Zoom trial.
Come on now. All right, read this, Crater.
All right, Citibank can't get back $500 million wire.
$500 million.
Biggest blunder in banking history, but it gets better. It gets better though, because they really actually wired $900 million to
Revlon.
To lenders.
To Revlon's lenders.
Like they only owed $8 million. Like they were supposed to wire $8 million for interest payments.
Johnny over there, fat finger and shit.
$900 million though. How do you mess up 8? First of all, why not 800 million? Let's use the number we're supposed to be sending first. Let's use the number 8.
Yeah. If it was 800 million, that would make sense. Like
right, 900 million. Like. So then
you had like a Michael J. Fox.
So then they get 400 back. I'm trying to ignore you.
Sorry, people.
They get 400 million back, but they're still missing $500 million from 10 investment advisory firms.
And you know what those 10 you know what they said?
Fuck off.
Yes.
You wired us the money. There's no I will say, as a real estate agent.
No,
the number one thing I see every single transaction we do is wire fraud, wire fraud, wire fraud. If you wire money, you don't get it back. If it goes the wrong place, sorry about your bad luck.
Yes.
Brutal.
Amen. That's
brutal.
Why I'm doing wire fraud these days.
Yeah, working on that.
Yes.
You got to get some new account numbers.
Yeah, but the bank told them to fuck off, pretty much, it sounds like.
No, the bank is trying to get the money back.
Well,
the advisory firms, the investment advisory firms are just telling the bank, sorry about your bad luck.
We're extremely pleased with the judge firm thoughtful. Yeah, of course you are.
For 2 of the lenders,
they're good.
Some judge must have said, sorry about your bad luck, idiots.
We ain't giving it back.
Pay attention next time.
We ain't giving it back. All right, Crater, this is our home state.
Yeah,
our
Washington
home, and your
high
wife
schools.
is a fucking one of these caretakers of these children that we're raising.
Not these children.
What is happening here? Coronavirus, band practices in bubbles, like this picture.
So these are I think these things were developed for weird soccer moms to stand on the field and watch their kids without getting rained on.
Who's 29? Who's 27?
Well, you got to sign a number.
What is going on here? 30, 12, 30, 39?
They're numbered, so you know which ones to get into.
All kids in these single occupant fucking
all the
tents.
woodwinds get in the teens,
yeah,
and all the brasses they go over to the higher denominations, the 20s maybe.
This poor fucking number 8. He's just
number 8's got a tuba, and
he's a fat
he doesn't
kid.
look like he's a small
fat
dude.
Kid with a fucking tuba,
but he doesn't fit.
Stuffed in this poor.
The tuba's big; it goes over his head.
Yeah, space bubbles.
Space bubbles.
Welcome to Seattle. I mean, this is it. This is what we got.
No, it's Wenatchee.
Okay. I mean,
it's Wenatchee. It's like a
Paul Connor
2.5 hour drive, or 2 hour drive.
PC,
maybe.
What are you doing over there?
2.5. I don't know.
Fix this shit.
Yeah, come on, PC.
Factory.
What are you letting happen over there?
How can you not make this factory?
PC 148, not factory, bro.
It's disappointing.
Either way, there's some really weird stuff going on in the world today.
Oh my god! Real quick, too. Did you see the thing I said? Did you see the? I think Emig put a thing out the other day on his Instagram, and it was for I think Ricky Carmichael got his helmet stolen during the event. But the winner,
the car race thing?
No. This is
old something.
Yeah.
Like at a race years ago.
You know who won the LCQ?
Ricky.
Nope.
Jeffro.
Nope.
What are you talking about?
Billy Binkley. Big dog. Corey Bowder.
Oh, it was a long time ago.
Yeah. I told you it was. Yeah.
What
It was Daytona. Big Dog won the LCQ. Ricky Carmichael he probably won his heat race.
But Emig posted something about Carmichael, but somehow you found out who won the LCQ?
Yeah, could look it up on.
I'll check it out.
For sure. Yeah. But
I don't know if I follow Emig.
I'll show you.
It's called him Efro.
Yeah. Big dog Corey Bowder.
Corey Bowder.
I mean, just talking about old Northwest pros.
Staying relevant.
What do you want?
Staying relevant.
That's what we got. So, yeah.
So with all the weird shit going in the world today, let's go talk to Javier Villegas, and we'll hear about the odd, weird shows in Guatemala, because that's weird, I'm sure.
What a weekend. See you. Thanks. Welcome to another Monday night Off Track FMX podcast. Not show. I said show last time. That was weird.
Show.
But
weird.
Hey, it was an off night. It happens.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah. Greg, how you doing tonight, buddy?
Doing well.
Thank you for coming over. Thank you for coming over.
Yeah, always
Hung out
good.
this morning. Dump run real quick.
Quick dump run. Yeah, run to the...
Oh, speaking of, fuck, I owe you money. Yeah,
You do.
Don't
Don't
forget that for sure. I meant to have it laying on your computer when you
That
came
would have
over.
been great.
Anyways, welcome back, people. I'm excited about today's guest. I feel like I know a little bit about him, and I did a little research, but again, I'm excited to learn more and hear his story, because he is a super talented guy. His name is Javier Villegas. Thank you very much. Javier, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. It's been a pretty busy Monday. I finally had my second show of the year last weekend. It just went by, but
very cool.
Because because of 11 months of no activity, I have to get a 9 to 5, and my bosses weren't pleased that I disappeared for 3 days. And
what are you doing? What are you doing for a 9 to 5?
I'm doing a sale and delivery for candy. It's a Mexican company.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Filling candy machines?
Ricolino. Yeah. No. I go to Target, CVS, and local stores and sell them the candy. Tell them that diabetes is not such a serious threat in the world, and cavities are a minor issue. So you should buy tons and tons of candy.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Promote the candy. Fuck the diabetes. And get the candies.
So that, I mean, people's not attached to their feet anyway.
Hey, but I get. Yeah. Funny you mentioned that. I literally had one of my friends. Hang on, let me read the message. I had one of my friends text me this morning. It was kind of sad, but he sends me this message. It says, "Hello, Jeff. How have you been? I'm not too well. I had to go emergency because my leg was solid purple. They gave me antibiotics. They left for less than an hour, but when they found was a dead man, they revived me twice. I spent 4 days in a coma. Now I got my leg cut mid-thigh, and it sucks. Peace, Jeff."
Is that for candy?
Well, he had
right.
No,
is it from diabetes?
It was probably from a lot of methamphetamines and
meth. They're not very far apart on the addiction level. Though.
True. Yeah. But yeah, he had a hard life. He was a good dude, but again, like a couple years ago, he lost his legs, and they're just chopping him up and up and up and up and up. Apparently, that's what happens. I mean, it's not good to start cutting body parts off if you can avoid it.
No, that's ideally.
This just in.
Yeah. Appendages should stay on.
Yeah. So candy sales, I like it. And you're in Southern California area?
Yeah, close to the Temecula, Murrieta area. Where,
nice.
It used to be the epicenter of FMX.
Yeah, for sure.
When I arrived here, that thing started slowly moving to Europe and Australia, and I ran out of money, so I can't go there anymore. But
it's still a good place to be. It's you
absolutely. Weather's amazing. Still, there's a lot of cool people to hang out and ride here, but it's not as alive as it used to be.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and
obviously the last year has been very hard on everybody.
Very hard.
And we've done a fair share of Australia is killing it in the. I feel like they're. I mean,
and they're even doing shows. It seems like.
Yeah.
Well, their regulations are a lot more flexible than ours.
Well, and you're maybe in. I mean, California is like the strictest in the nation, realistically. So
far,
and expensive as shit.
Yeah, New York.
What are you still doing there? God. I mean,
how do you think all my money went away?
Go to Idaho or Montana,
Texas.
Yeah, you got yeah. So. We usually like to go chronological. I want to ask a quick question, though. I did see, so this weekend, you had show in Guatemala. You said it was the second show in a year, or whatever. But I did see the weekend started off a little sketchy. No bike, or what was the? You're doing news shows, but no motorcycle to ride.
The thing is, like, the whole bike was a for sure thing until a day before I arrived, or maybe the same day I arrived.
That's what the promoters always say. Yeah.
No. But this,
you know him. Yeah. You've worked for him. Yeah.
No, and the thing is, like, one of the guys, the guy that was gonna provide the Honda for me, the Honda 2020, had an argument with the organizers of the event and told us, "Screw you guys! You guys are not using my bike."
Wow.
And that was the first news they gave me. So there's like rushing to find another bike. They told me, "Don't worry, dude. Honda's there's plenty here." But they didn't count on the fact there were races on Sunday. So no one was willing to let a bike
they were being used up
before racing. So, and we told them, dude, I only need the bike for like 4 hours, 1 hour to put it together, 1 hour for show, another hour to take it apart.
Yeah.
And that's it. But the guys were like, no, dude, freestyle riders in Central and South America had a really bad reputation for like whatever, like the early 2000s when all the crusty demon guys, early middle militia.
It was a lot of savagery. It was just,
bikes fly by themselves, a
lot of ghost riding
and stuff like that. Yeah, so that gave a really bad reputation. And when they say freestyle, I say, oh hell no, I don't want my bike flying by itself. So that was an issue. They got me 2015 Honda, and I told them, dude, I wish you would have told me that's what you're gonna get me, because I'm able to get those parts, but I gotta be home for that. Like I can't get it today. And
you're like, I brought 2020 parts. I could have brought 2015 parts if that was the program. Absolutely, if that was the deal we agreed to, like I could have. Yeah,
it wouldn't be a big deal at all.
Yeah.
Because actually, my 2016 Honda.
But that would upset me a lot. That would upset me a lot.
Oh yeah.
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 And then what happens is, like, one of the promoters or investor of the event said, like, hey, I got a good contact. He says he has a 2019 bike, and we're gonna rent it for $500. It's like, well, as soon as those $500 are not mine, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
So they went for it, and it turned out to be a 2016 Honda with 2019 graphics. So,
so you can't flip the 6 upside down and just call it a 2019, like, and put other graphics on it. No.
No, the bike arrived, and I'm like, dude, no, it's the same bike. They're both the same bike.
Realistically, it's the same bike. Yeah.
And they're like, dude, like,
only this one costs $500 and this one's free. Like,
pretty much.
Yeah.
And so they had set up, because I was doing FMX lessons the day before, so the ramp was screwed up all the way around, I want to say, 30 to 40 feet. Like, I pushed the ramp up because I was doing those FMX lessons.
Yep, for the kids. Yeah. Teach them how to.
They were kids. They were like
whatever. Yeah,
adults.
It could be me. I mean, yeah.
There were people that never jumped around before, so I was doing all that coaching, and they, so they told me, dude, will you just grab one of these bikes and just jump it like that? And I told them, like, here's the deal, dude. I'll show the same amount of effort that you guys show for me to get a bike.
Right.
So, like, if that's fair for you, it's fair for me.
As it should be.
Absolutely, man.
Yep.
So I jumped the ramp at 30, 40 feet, whatever it was. Dude, freaking greased it and still bottom.
Right.
Like, still bottom of the suspension. Like, so.
And you're not a big guy, right? What do you weigh? What do you?
Last time I weighed myself, I was like 145, 150.
Jesus, yeah. And you're bottoming out suspension?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, dude.
I'd be fucked.
Like, dude, and I told them, okay, guys, so I need some flathead screwdrivers so I can set up the suspension. And then I find out the second surprise that was funny as hell when they told me, like, yeah, we don't have any tools here. So,
tools are not
even if we had,
we can't turn clickers.
Yeah, even if you had the right bike, you couldn't switch parts.
No, yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, no, the guy was gonna bring the bike. Then there's all the excuses story.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to hear about it. I just want to get a flathead flathead screwdriver.
Yeah, I just need to turn some clickers, please, with anything.
So,
do you have a fingernail that's long enough? Like
a dime in your pocket?
Yeah, a dime, anything.
So they brought me a circa 1965 screwdriver they probably found, buried somewhere in dirt because it was rusty.
It's an old homicide weapon of some sort.
Yeah, it was so rusty.
Yeah, that's blood. It's not rust.
Yeah. I wasn't even sure it was going to hold the first click. So I went for it. I had 2 clicks and it was maxed out.
Oh dear, that's never good. Yeah, we're already turned in. Oh boy.
This is going to suck. So I weighed my options. We pushed it to 45, 50 feet, jumped, did a double can, a heel clicker, or nothing. I tried a lazy boy and missed the landing completely. There was no landing for me. And you know that metal to metal sound when you overjump? Yeah.
At this point, do we already have a check, or is there money in the bank, or like are we worried about like payment coming through? Like,
that was the other funny part.
Yeah,
but because
funny, not funny.
They came to do an interview for me, like about the event and everything. They told me, "Are you one of the riders?" Like, "Yes, I am." "Are you going to race?" I don't know. So why not? And the promoter, the organizer and promoter were right there. So like, number one, I don't have a bike. Number 2, I've been asking for a PCR test so I can come back home for the last couple of days, and it's not here yet. Number 3, I haven't seen one dime, and I need that money right now because you guys been pushing things and excusing things, and I don't trust you guys anymore.
Yeah.
So if I don't see any money,
as you
you're
shouldn't,
not getting interviews. You're not even gonna get any interviews from me.
Yeah.
So magically, they're still like running. They got a doctor to create a PCR test for me because they took me to an urgent care center to get the test. I said, "Oh yeah, we close. This is at 2 p.m. The show started at 5," and they're like, we close our COVID testing at 11."
They didn't trick you with the old, "Hey, we have to do the anal, right?"
Yeah, we got to do the anal swab, did they?
That old gag. I've fallen for it a time or two myself. I mean,
dude,
this is the new testing. Okay.
Are you gonna spit on it though?
Yeah, exactly.
So
tell me you love me.
Help me out.
So there's no way to get a test, so they said, "Oh, now we're gonna talk to a doctor. We're gonna create a test for you."
Just create it out of fucking air. Magic. Some David Blaine shit.
I'm starting sweating. I started sweating right there. It's like, dude, I really hope this thing's legit. And and they like, "Hey, here's your money," and they had me a huge ass bag of freaking Guatemalan money.
Nice.
And I'm like,
sketchy. Also,
I mean, again, what do you do with that?
Like, I'm gonna trust you that this amount of money, it's equal to the amount of dollars we talked about.
Yeah.
Because it looks like a lot of money, but I know that the exchange rate is going to screw me over.
When I bring it to Temecula, it may or may not be $10. I don't know. Like.
And also, like, no, I was going to do the exchange at the airport, but also I had to be at the airport at 5 in the morning. It's like, dude, there's no exchange place open at that time.
Right.
They said, no, it's open 24 hours. And at this time,
which maybe they're banking on. Maybe that's how they set up your flights, or you never know. Like, I mean, I mean, you got to be careful.
At this time, I'm just trusting. I'm pretty over it. I'm trying to be really polite, really professional, and really. Like, my patience being tested to the limit.
Yeah.
Mostly because the guys organizing this are new guys on FMX, and I want to help the sport grow in South America and Latin America. So I'm trying to be really flexible and polite and trying to get the best side of me, and they're pushing. Like, they're trying to say how far they can push my good side.
Which isn't cool.
At this time, I'm at a limit. I'm like, dude, there's nothing going on.
Yeah.
So we go back to the place of the show. This guy shows up with an actual doctor. They print this paper that says government of Guatemala, whatever, and the guy signs everything and puts a stamp on it. It's like, okay, here we go.
Hang on, how do we know he's an actual doctor though? Like, realistically, like,
I mean, he got a stamp. That's as far as I can tell.
He got a stamp that said doctor on it.
I do too.
Yeah.
I didn't graduate from high school, but I have a stamp that says I'm a fucking doctor. I guarantee that.
Yeah, no, I mean, the stamp had a code and everything. I guess.
Okay, I mean, you got it. Yeah.
So, I mean, at that time.
Yep, you have to be so. I mean,
well, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, exactly.
So he stamps the thing, he signs it, and I start reading it. So like, you've been tested negative for antigen tests. I said, dude, I said PCR test. because antigen is not allowed on airports for
Right.
flying. And the doctor said, "Oh, don't worry about it." He just writes with his pen like PCR negative and stamp it once again. And they're like, "Yeah, okay." Dude.
He's like, it's the same shit. Does that?
And then the guy, I think the guy started feeling bad, and he's like, "You know what? Here's my phone number. Whatever. If you have problems at the airport, tell them to call me. I'm gonna give him my access code or whatever to prove that I'm a doctor, and I say you're PCR negative." Okay, cool. So they hand me all this money. I count like this 2 freaking million Guatemalan pesos or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna guess this is about the money we agreed on.
Yep.
And
it's not the money you agreed. You figured out it wasn't kosher. It wasn't good.
No, it was.
Okay.
On the exchange rate I had of Google, but I know the exchange place is not gonna be the same.
Yeah.
So I told her like I'm gonna need an extra million or so.
Yep.
So you know. We're sure it's gonna be at least I'm
Right.
not losing so much money. So they
Yeah.
added some more money, and I go start riding this bike at 40 feet, and I go to flat, hurt myself. That stand metal to metal that I think was the suspension. I'm pretty sure were my joints.
Right.
But and I told her like, okay, that's it, dude. This is as far as I'm gonna do it. And this was actually like warm up before the actual show.
Right.
Yeah. How bad you hurt yourself? You all right?
Not really bad.
Just-
not
yeah.
really bad because it was only like 40, 50 feet, and I mean.
To flat on soft suspension.
Yeah, exactly. With
And,
clickers
I
turn
mean,
over.
it hurt on the moment, and it hurt for like about 30 seconds, and then I was over it.
Right.
But I told her, like, I'm not gonna push myself
Yeah.
anymore. Like,
Yeah.
I told you,
I don't wanna do
showed
that
the same
again.
amount of effort that you guys showed
That's right.
for my riding. So, and the guys are like, can you do at least 5 jumps for the show? It's like, no, this was my show. I'm looking like a complete clown doing heel clickers and double cans at 50 feet.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't even have grab holes.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna be able to flip. People wants to see me flip, and I'm not gonna go there and make a fool of myself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And they're like, well, because this was a contest, like a Guatemalan national
Yeah.
contest. So like, well, at least judge. So I'll definitely judge you because I'm judging you right now.
Right.
But I'm definitely gonna judge your writing. I'm judging your personality right now, and I'm gonna judge your writing later.
Yeah. They're both shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Wow.
I mean, they were okay for that way of living, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, exactly.
So-
I mean, welcome to a weekend in Guatemala. I mean, what do you? Yeah. What do you want? Like.
Yeah. Well, and then the next day I go to the airport, and first thing the clerk tells me like, so why does this test says PCR and antigen? And I start bullshitting my way. They're like, well, so the doctor told me he ran out of the
Form or what? Yeah.
the form
Yep.
for PCR, so he only had the antigen and he wrote PCR. And the guy's like, sure thing, yeah.
Yeah. Good
All
enough.
right. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what? I don't care. I'm not going to be on the plane with
Yeah.
you, so I don't care.
Exactly.
So, but he told me about heads up, they might ask for this test once you get to United States.
To L. Yeah.
And I'm like, God damn it, dude, I'm not going to be able to bullshit my way with those guys. I know
right.
I can bullshit my way down
Yeah.
in Latin America, but
Yeah.
I'm either gonna get freaking shot there,
Yeah.
so like, or I'm gonna get quarantined on a jail or something like that. Lucky for me, they asked like first thing they told me, how long were you in Guatemala? I said 3 days. Okay, thank you. Go
Nice.
on.
Yeah.
Perfect.
That's helpful.
So, yeah.
Where'd you fly
Like,
into?
for-
John
for-
Wayne or LAX or?
Actually, it was Dallas and Dallas San Diego,
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice.
and I'm pretty sure in Dallas we're pretty over, all that snow and all that. So
Yeah. They got bigger
The
problems. Yeah.
DFW is not the
Trying
place
to
to
get-
hang out right now. Yeah.
Power right now. Yeah.
Just happy to be cycling people through there, probably.
Wow. So
that was my weekend in Guatemala, and
Yeah.
I got paid a decent amount of money for like 10 jumps.
there you go.
There you go.
And regardless, it has to feel good just to try to get back in some sort of routine. Like I said, you said you've done two
collect
shows.
the check not for delivering candy would be good.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't hate my candy delivery.
Yeah.
No,
I just
no,
don't love
but
it.
still,
I
it's
just
just-
don't love it. But
Right,
it's
but
not
yeah,
riding
it's
dirt
not.
bikes.
It's not what you
It's
were
not
doing.
as glamorous. It's not as glamorous as riding dirt.
Yeah,
bikes.
nobody's
So,
asking for your autograph while you're selling candy.
Yeah.
no,
There's
it
no
hasn't happened.
There's no booby signings.
Yeah,
at
nobody's
the-
signing any boobs as a
So I
candy
tried
delivery
that
man.
and I got a sexual harassment
Right. All the kids are banging on the door, though.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a ride. It's a lot of driving. It's a lot of music listening and all that. And it's something different. It's a steady paycheck.
You could listen to the Off Track FMX podcast while you're driving around.
I recommend it.
I will definitely.
And there's lots of driving in the dirt bike world, regardless. General, whether you're racing, riding, whatever. It's just that there's absolutely. Travel involved.
Yeah. No, now that you mention it, there's absolutely.
Yeah.
Almost no driving at all because it's just an hour and a half to my first store.
Oh, that's easy. Yeah. That's
It's just sitting on California traffic.
I was going to say just the daily traffic, the grind of the traffic
but that's
would be hard.
Like to make it worth it, because my times are from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. That's as much I have to work. But the thing is, if I do those times, I'll be stuck in traffic.
Yeah, if you have to go on the 91 and the fuck.
That's a nightmare.
Yeah,
actually, tomorrow I have to take that route because I have to go do. I have to go do loading because I ran out of candy. I have to go to the warehouse in freaking Orange County.
Eesh.
And that's awful. So I gotta be out of the warehouse by 1:30.
Mm-hmm.
Not.
It doesn't matter what time it is. There's you're.
No, I'm sure that there's.
When I first moved to California and I would get stuck in traffic, I would go with the logical thing. It's because it's a Friday.
Yeah.
No, it's because it's
you're
LA.
like, I'll adjust that.
It's a freaking Tuesday, 4 in the morning. What the hell's going on?
Yeah. That's just it. Yep.
Yeah. There's way too many cars.
Too many people. Yeah.
Just LA.
Yeah. Welcome to LA.
Every single person here has one or two cars. Sometimes they drive both cars at the same time. So it's awful.
And it's expensive. We got to talk you out. We got to get you to Idaho or Montana or Washington. Come up to Washington State, man. It's good up here.
It's not a whole lot cheaper here.
Yeah.
I'm saying Idaho, Montana, Texas,
you don't
Nevada, Wyoming. Yeah. It's all cheaper than
Denver,
the West Coast.
Yeah.
Move east.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'm kind of stuck here anyways because my older kid's about to going to college.
Yep.
And,
it happens.
Yep. Priorities.
Yeah.
It happens.
Do you know what that word means, Jeff? Priorities? Okay, just checking.
Never heard it. Never heard it.
All right, so let's
start from the beginning.
Yeah. How did we
tell us how old you are, when you were born, where'd you live, where'd you grow up? Talk about your early
writing and everything. So I was born in 83, which makes me 37 right now.
Hey, what month?
August.
I'm November. 83
we're almost there.
83.
So I was born in Chile. I was born at the end, halfway through the end of the dictatorship that we had there, which actually for me was a really nice and peaceful childhood because everyone was scared to be committing crimes on the street. So,
yeah, imagine that. Yeah,
right?
When there's penalties and fucking actual
real punishments for
consequences. Yeah.
I'm not. I don't support dictatorships or anything, but I mean, I'm just saying I had the good side of it.
I don't either. I try to run one in my household, but
silver linings are there.
Yeah,
got to take what you can get when there's stuff happening.
So, we were pretty like away from like all the commodities that the first world countries were having.
Okay,
having dirt bikes was really expensive.
Right.
So I didn't have much as a kid. My first bike, I had it when I was 7. It was an Italian bike called Malagudi, which actually then turned into LEM, I think, or something.
Yeah, LEM. Yeah, we had those here.
Yeah, and then they were absorbed by KTM. But this is like back in the 80s something. At the end of the 80s. My first ride, it was just like my dad built a few jumps on the empty lot across the street from my house, and I would ride there every day after school. It was fun. I sucked at riding, but in my head, I was the best one around.
That's right.
Especially when there's no one else riding, you're the best one around.
You are the only one around, so yeah, you win.
Then I had my first race, I want to say in the 91, I'm not really sure because it was a long time ago. And funny thing, dude, all I wanted to do was jump this one jump that I loved in the track. All I wanted to do, I didn't care about anything else. I just wanted to jump as far as humanly or as far as that bike could possibly go, so I would pin it, no technique whatsoever, just as fast as I would go.
Sounds familiar.
I was going to say, it sounds a lot like the guy
I got
next
you.
to me.
I understand. You're preaching to the choir.
If the race had 10 laps, I probably failed nine laps on the same jump.
And hit that jump 50 times.
Yeah.
10-lap race, I hit the jump 50 times. I just kept turning
circles.
around and going, yeah.
I think I didn't get last place because the kid that got last place fell 10 times.
Yep, there you go.
But I got second to last. My parents saw no future in me, never took me to another race. Because we're actually living on like 8 hours from the capital of Chile.
Okay.
And there was no much racing happening outside of the capital of the city because it wasn't a rich country back then.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not a rich country now, but
Right.
like there's a lot more people that can afford dirt bikes and.
But that was kind of the motor. That was the motocross track. That was the one. I mean, that was the big one. That was the only one, or
no, like most of the tracks were around that city.
Okay.
And that's the thing. Like, so it wasn't cost effective for my parents to try to work me to be a good rider.
Right.
Yeah.
Later on in life, they got me a 60 because it was just next step. They took me to another race with new hopes and dreams, thinking I would be this is the one. This is the one.
This is the place.
First race, I didn't know how to use a clutch. Looked out both my motos on the start.
Yeah.
Next race, I didn't look out on the gate, but I got caught on the first corner, and I was dragged to the second corner by someone else's rear tire.
Oh. Oops.
And by then, this was the end of '93.
Okay.
And my parents were like, "Yeah, you suck." They never said.
Probably not doing this. We're not going to spend our money on this too much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You ever heard of a soccer ball? Yeah.
You're gonna keep running the same boots even if you had to curl your fingers to make them fit.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
You know that helmet from 1962 that you gotta put the goggles on top with the face mask? Yeah, you're gonna keep using those.
Yep.
So we came to California for vacation, January '94.
94. Okay.
And well, my dad did some high school, I think, he did college here in California because my grandfather lives here.
Okay.
He's been a college professor for 50 years in California.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So he came here to do some college. Here he developed a great passion for racing, motocross racing, and Harley Davidsons.
Okay.
And so he took me to Ortega Highway because he said that was like the motor place to be. Lake Elsinore and Ortega Highway. This is the winter '94. And
was Paris would have been on the other end, right? I mean, so
correct.
So you had Elsinore and Paris on 74, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. And by mistake, my dad was looking for the old Lake Elsinore track that doesn't exist anymore.
Oh.
And he got lost, and we got to Paris Raceway, and there was a race happening there. And my dad was extra pumped, so we stayed there. We hanged out, and we watched the races with my mom and brother. And that clicked something on me. We went back to Chile. We spent a week riding. I still sucked as much as the last time we were there. and of course, after a month of vacation here in the United States, I was completely out of shape. Like I rode 10 minutes and was beat. Like I had nothing on me. And one of our friends told us, like, "Hey, there's a race like an hour from here. Do you guys want to go?" And my dad's like, "Yeah, well, why not?" We went there. I swear that I don't know what happened, but I won that race.
Nice.
It was my first race of '94, and I won that race. I don't know what happened.
What
I don't know.
what bike were you riding, or what class were you in? Do you remember?
60. It was a 60.
60?
The old 60.
Yeah.
Those really squarey ones, short fenders.
Yeah.
Yeah, the KX60s.
Yeah.
There were nothing inverted.
They were super boxy, yeah.
Yeah. I rode one in the store to get tall boys the other day.
No, that's not.
It was like riding a pig with wheels.
Yes.
I would compare it to like a Glock. Like just square.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, I really liked the winning part.
Yeah.
So I started.
Feels good, huh?
It felt
Jeff's
amazing.
still waiting for his first try.
Bro, hey, no, time out. We got, Go look at those trophies.
You got a winning a first place trophy up there?
I got first and second, right up there.
What events were those?
Those flat tracks. Monroe, flat track, bro. Come on. Talk to me. I'll whoop your ass.
No, you won't.
Come on. Got a hot shoe and let's go left. I'll fuck you up.
No, you won't.
Yeah.
You guys better post that when it happens. So after that, I really started taking like more seriously, and I started practicing for real. Like I started listening more to my dad. I started like practicing 20, 30-minute motos, and I started getting good, and I started winning more races. And I get to a point that I turned into a really sore loser. It's a part I really don't like about myself. Like if I would get second place, I would cry. Like I don't know what happened. Like you
hate losing. That's good. Yeah. That's what drives you. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just kept trying to never be second place. Like even second place was bad for me. And then that year I was national vice champion in Chile. Following year, a vice national champion. Then I moved to the 80s. It wasn't even 85s yet. Yeah, right. It was just 80s.
Yep.
And first year, I got a 7th place on the national series, and I got a 2nd place the following year. The next year, I finally got my first championship in Chile.
Nice.
On the 85 class and the 125B class.
Oh.
That's
tough. Riding 125s and 80s was hard. I did it for a few months, and my biggest struggle was that I hated riding the 80 after that because it was slow and the wheels were small.
And suspension was nothing. And
right.
The only plus, it was like I would never let off the throttle.
Right.
Yeah.
I felt like it had no power.
Yep.
And well, back then it was like all the crusties were going on. You know, everything. It was like the whole Terra Firma crusty boom. There, we would get the videos. Like one of our friends would come to the United States, buy the video, and then we all copy it on our VHSs.
What guys were you? What guys were you watching? What guys were you looking up to? Like when you look back to those days,
McGrath.
Like
it was Jeremy McGrath. That was my That was my guy. Like I wanted to be Jeremy McGrath. I got that Fox gear that he had, especially that I was riding Hondas. I got the same graphics, and every time I remember every time I rode and I practiced, I would imagine and I don't remember who were the announcers there back then, and whether it was ESPN
Dave Despain and
Art Ekman, David Bailey. I mean
Bailey. Maybe.
Yeah, but we had someone in Spanish doing it.
Okay.
Some Mexican version of it.
So it was actually on the local TV station there. Like you could watch it locally.
It wasn't the local. No, it was like ESPN.
Oh, okay, all right.
American. So it had
ESPN Deportes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
before ESPN Deportes. Yeah,
that was it. But every time I practiced, and I could hear in my head like these guys were announcing my races, like that was my dream. Like,
that's super cool. Yeah, for sure.
But I still Jeremy McGrath was doing the knack-knacks, and I remember seeing Jeff.
So when you were riding, like you're racing, and you were imagining at that point while you're on the track that there was announcers like announcing you?
Yeah, that was on ESPN, and those guys were announcing my race.
So that's hilarious because I used to do that.
Really?
Totally, 100% did that.
You guys are both psychopaths.
Yeah, I totally used to do that. I don't feel
so alone anymore.
Yeah, that's funny.
Hilarious.
I thought I was the only guy.
You just found your best friend.
Yeah, that's funny.
You guys just driving around the track like, Greg Crater in the lead.
I remember.
That's exactly how it went.
Yeah, I remember being
amazing pass.
Greg Crater just makes an amazing pass.
Yeah, whatever passes from, for third place.
How do you go from 5th to 1st?
Yeah,
in one
I remember
lap?
the last time I vividly remember this was I was racing at Mammoth.
Oh God,
I was like 14 racing the 125 junior class, and I crashed the first turn.
How is he gonna do it?
I was bummed because I was actually
pick
I had
his
a shot
up and
to
go
win.
from last to first.
I had a shot to win the junior class in my head, but I got up, last, from the pile of guys on the ground, and totally 100% remember announcing to myself through the pack, through the race.
He's making lots of passes
to get 9th or something, probably whatever I got. Yeah,
that's terrible.
So I had all those. I started learning can-cans and heel quickers and nothings and whips.
Fucking can.
He's your guy now.
Hey,
now he's your guy.
Yeah, hang on. I can do a can. I don't fuck around. Yeah, cans are that's my gig. I can do.
Yeah, that's all you can do.
I can whip a good can out.
Yeah,
Other
not
than
a whip.
that, don't
not
have
a whip, but
no,
a can.
No, straight by a can.
Yeah, that was my trick. The only reason why I wanted to win a race is so I could do a can at the finish. That was the only
They're
reason.
easy. I mean, let's be realistic.
Yeah. Well, at that time, we had a handful of tricks.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, tell them.
Yeah,
tell them how hard it was back in the day.
And they're only, you only saw 4 or 5 tricks on the videos.
It was early.
Like,
the
Superman still had 2 hands on the handlebars.
I was setting trends back then, motherfucker.
And feet were like half an inch off the seat. So.
I mean, I'll go 3/4. Come on,
No, I'm talking back then.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Like if you were clearing your fender, you were really flying.
Right.
So that.
Well, and the jumps it wasn't like.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Especially if you're riding an 80 or whatever, or 125 at the time.
Dude, if I was jumping 40 feet, I was freaking flying.
Right. Exactly.
That was a huge jump. It was probably 4 tap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. I mean,
and clutching it all the way there. So then this is at the end of 97, 98. I was national champion on those 2 classes, and my dad got transferred on his job to Brazil. So we moved to Brazil for about 2 years, and there then my dad is like fully committed. He's paying a trainer, he's paying a mechanic. He's full-blown moto dad. Saw the moto.
Nice. So how is it moving from Chile to Brazil? Like, how different are they as countries, or where you moved to, or whatever?
Well, Brazil's always been a rich country, so racing, like all kinds of racing, were big there. They have a huge Formula One track there.
Oh yeah,
motocross was a big deal. There were teams, which something that was like motocross teams. We didn't have teams in Chile.
Yeah,
everyone was privateers.
Right.
Being sponsored meant like.
But at that point, you'd won a championship. You were talented enough, like coming to Brazil.
I had no sponsor. Like in Chile, getting sponsored was getting a discount from your local store.
Yeah.
Right.
That was it. So I went to Brazil, and I really had my dreams. Like I'm going to race here. I'm going to prepare myself here. And this trainer that I had told my dad that it was as important for me to be able to maneuver my bike on the ground as it was to maneuver it in the air. So after doing all the basics, which was like figure eights, turning, brake in turns, starts, like all the basic techniques.
Corner tracks.
Yeah, all those. Then do 40-minute motos on his track, because he had a track, a turn track, all this stuff. He told me, like, you got 15 minutes to do whatever you want in the air. And on this, like, I want to say probably 60-foot tabletop.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started learning 2 whips. I learned double cans. I learned Cordovas, Cofins, started getting my first feelings of C-grabs. But just, because he told me, I need you to know that just in case, like, if you lose your feet off the bike, of your pegs, you got to know how it feels so you can come back to your bike.
Yeah.
So you don't bail.
Yep, recovery is good.
So that was the whole thing. There was no, freestyle wasn't a real thing yet. It was just starting. Like, this is 99, I think that was the first time freestyle happened here in the U.S.
Yeah.
In Las Vegas. So that happens, and then of course I love doing tricks, and it became my main motivation to just be as fast as possible so I could get to the next jump and do another trick. And this one race, the promoter of the race asked me, like, hey, and this back then the Brazilian money was the same as American dollars, and he tells me, like, I'll pay you $3 extra $100 because you get. There was also money prizes for racing, which I didn't have in Chile before.
Yep.
So I was already making money for getting podiums, but the guy's like, I'll give you $3 extra $100 if you start tricking on the race. And until I did, I don't make the calls here. It's like, it's my dad who decides this. He talks to my dad, and my dad's like, I called you a deal. If he's leading the race, halfway through the race, I'll give him the sign that he can ride. He can start tricking.
Yeah.
He said that, dude. He said that. I horse shot as hard as I could.
Oh God! You're like, I want to do tricks.
I am here to do some tricks.
I have never horse shot as hard as I horse shot that day. So I horse shot that race, and then halfway through the race, my dad showed me the board and says showtime.
Showtime. There we go.
Here we go. I started doing my tricks.
Dad gave me the sign.
Yeah, I started whipping and doing my tricks and all that.
Heel clickers.
And yeah, but you know what? I didn't know that back then. But doing whips made me faster. Because for whipping, when you whip, you fly lower.
Yeah.
And you fly shorter. So it means you gotta jump faster.
Right.
And I didn't know that. That's why riders scrub now. But back then, scrub wasn't a thing. We would jump straight as an arrow. If you move your handlebars a little bit, my dad would get so pissed off because I'm supposed to jump straight.
Yeah.
So
this guy too. I mean, yep.
So that happened.
Same era he grew up in.
Yep.
The Brazilian Supercross promoter saw that and he's like, hey, we're going to do this FMX contest at the end of the race. I mean, that wasn't even FMX contest, it was the trick contest at the end of the race. Yeah. Would you like to participate? So I go, absolutely, man. So I won my first one. I got second on my second one. And so I got the money prize for racing and the money prize for FMX.
Hell yeah. And that's when it all starts.
Yeah, and this is at 99. And then I went back to Chile and same thing happened. I started doing my tricks on practice because that was the only time I was allowed to do tricks on a race. And the promoter told me the same thing. Would you mind doing tricks if we pay you extra? And they cut the same deal with my dad. And there we go again. Halfway through the race, Showtime sign shows up, and I start doing my tricks. At the end of that year, they bring the first actual FMX show to Chile, and they bring one American rider and one Panamanian rider that was living in Florida back then. It was Rudy Waller and Kenny Yoho.
Who?
Went to Chile. Rudy Waller and Kenny Yoho were the two American riders.
I don't know that I've ever heard those names.
Never heard of Kenny Yoho for sure.
No, doesn't sound familiar to me.
He's like early
2000s.
Well, and Kenny was he was an older motocross guy that was like a Mickey Diamond type.
Okay.
Kenny Yoho.
Yeah.
Nice. So those are the guys you did the show with?
Yeah. And,
nice.
I got overexcited. Did the most massive nothing I ever done in my life, and I missed my handlebars straight to my face.
Oh. What'd your face catch on? The chin bar or the?
No, the ground. Straight to the ground.
Straight to the. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Then I came to United States to practice with Rudy Waller and Kenny Yoho for a little bit.
Was it a dirt landing or a
dirt landing?
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Yeah. There wasn't ramps yet or mobiles.
Especially not down there.
Yeah.
It was a dirt. It was a big double. And then I did my first appearance on the Krusty 7. No credits for me on that one.
Okay.
But I think it's at the end of the first segment. I go for a Superman C grab. I miss my grab. Go back to the handlebars and just let go of the bike. Bail the bike.
Oh no!
From on a 90-footer or something like that. Straight to flat, broke my ankle right there. Oof. And came back to Chile. But I already tasted it. Like I already hit ramps. All I want to do is this now. I still had a contract. Well, when I came back to Chile, I got sponsored by KTM from Chile, so I had a 2-3 year contract of racing.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't give two asses.
Yeah. We're not racing. Yeah.
Yep.
But
we're not motivated to race.
I had to commit to my racing, so I keep on racing, and the motivation to be fast so I can do tricks at the end still there.
So was the ankle injury like the first big injury in your?
Yeah, that was the first time I ever got any metal on my body.
Okay. How was that?
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I was scared. Definitely was scared because I was the first time I went into a medical facility by myself when they took me to get surgery done. So I was a little bit scared until they put me to sleep, and then I woke up with a sore ankle that felt like it was on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to get hooked on them fuckers.
Oh, dude, they not at all.
Yeah.
Especially when
I've been there, done that. Yeah, it's not good.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And then I started having my first shows, started traveling to Europe, a bunch of South American shows.
Meeting people in the industry at that point, like progressing. Yeah. Nice.
And then it turned my dream to move to the United States and be a professional FMX rider. Well, that's also when I was in the United States in 2001 for the first time practicing with these guys.
Uh-huh.
I even thought about to illegally overstay my visit to try to make my career. But I also had like my first serious girlfriend, and she mentioned that she was ready to, put out for me. It's like, oh, okay, I'm going back to Chile.
Yeah, I will be home. I will be home.
Got a flight at 6. I got a red eye. I'm coming on
my way.
Yeah. See you in a minute.
That probably delayed my FMX career about 5 years.
Hey, pussy will do that. It fucking happens.
Yeah.
It was worth it, though. I'm not going to lie. It was worth it.
Hey, yep.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then in 2003, I got invited to compete at Global X Games in San Antonio, Texas. And, of course, no access to foam pits or nothing, so I just showed up with the straightest tricks you can find.
What tricks? Yeah, what tricks did you have? Just
best trick I had was a rock solid.
Yep. But hey, you're invited. You're in there. Like, I mean, obviously, you're probably not going to win, but fuck, you're there. I mean, like, that's a big deal. Like, right? I mean,
I think there were 14 riders. I got 7th place.
Oh, that's pretty good, really.
And from that,
and there weren't nobodies.
I can do the best half.
Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty good.
I think Kenny Bartram won. 2nd place was Nate Adams. 3rd place was probably Dane Kennard.
Yeah.
And Luke Urich. Like that
real
was
name. Yeah, real guy.
Yeah. Igo Satter was 5th place, and I was like right there, 6th or 7th.
Yeah.
It was a stack. Like Basti Walter from Germany was 6th place, and I was right behind him.
There you go.
And from that event, I got invited to participate at X Games Experience in Disneyland, California. And I did 2 weeks riding with Metzger, Dave DeMangos, who else was there? Mal Richmond, Bo Bamberg. Like all the big names were there.
How was that?
Fun? It was amazing.
Yeah.
I had to see firsthand what it was to be a pro rider when I would see all the guys getting their boxes with gear and new boots and new parts for the bikes.
Yeah.
And I was, using my roached out, 2 sets of years sponsorship that I had. But
what was
it just fueled my dream that
so you're doing a 2-week residency at Disney. Did they how good was the pay? Did they put you up did you stay at Disney Hotel, or did they get you?
They got me it was pretty much an apartment at one of the Courtyard Marriott things.
Yep.
Extended stay
thing. Yeah, one of those.
Okay.
Like right across the street from Disneyland.
Okay.
To pay, I think it was like $500 a day, but it was 14 days.
There you go. Yeah, well, good. Yeah.
I've never at that time I had never
that's a solid job.
That's a solid $7,000 in 2 weeks. I'll take that.
Yeah. And
they're paying for your.
They were giving me. I think they were giving me like $100 per diem.
Yeah.
Right.
For food.
Yeah. You're set up.
Which I went to the grocery store.
And
twice.
probably free and probably free park experience. You probably go to Disney,
Well, yeah, they gave us 1 day a week.
There you go.
All the things through the fast lane. Or
fuck, that sounds amazing. Sign me up tomorrow.
It was sick, dude. It was sick. It was one of the best experiences I ever had.
For sure.
Then I had to meet Mike Metzger for the first time. Like, dude, he was one of the guys. Like, he was the guy.
Yeah. Godfather.
It was him, Deegan, and Travis.
Right.
Like, no one else mattered at that time.
Right.
At least for me. That was the TV told me to, worship back then.
Right. Do you keep in touch with him now or no?
Yeah, I still do. Actually, when I moved to California, the only place that I had to practice it was Paradise Ranch at Metzger's. He was the only one that received me with open arms when I moved to California. So
really, that's surprising.
Yeah.
I feel like there's lots of places down there that
they were, but I was the thing about SoCal.
It used to be big time.
But the thing is, like, if you're visiting, you're more than welcome to ride my place. If you're moving in, I'm not so sure anymore.
Right.
Because you're gonna be here a lot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
People protect their stuff for sure.
Yeah.
So when I came to California to check it out, everyone was, oh yeah, come right here, come right over there. Oh, let's ride this spot.
Right.
But when I moved in, no one would pick up their phones.
Weird. Odd how that works, huh?
Yeah. So Metzger was the only one that let me ride his spot, and I was riding there, like 4 times a week.
Nice.
And then that helped me a lot on my networking. I got an agent there. I started doing the Night of the Jump series, which back then was the FIM World Series.
Yep.
And
hang on, let's talk about. Hang on. Okay, so you got an agent. Why'd you get an agent? What made you? Were you? Are you looking back happy you got that agent? Did that agent help you? I've heard a lot of bad agent stories. Yeah.
No,
okay.
It helped me a lot because number one, I'm really bad at selling myself.
Yeah.
Because one of the things, like, every time I got cocky, my dad would humble me down. Like, he would never let me believe. Because one of the things he taught me is, like, once you think you, because I remember on my racing days, I mentioned to them, like, Dad, I'm the best one of my class. And he's like, that's where you're wrong, because as soon as you think you're the best, that's when you start going down.
That's right. Well, and I think even Ricky Carmichael used to say, you think you're the best, there's always one guy working harder than you this week. There's one guy out there that's gonna beat you, that wants to beat you. That's
true.
Yeah.
100%. So because I grew up with that mentality, I was really bad at selling myself. It's been really hard for me to, talk about how good I am or how good of a merchandise I am.
Yep.
So having an agent to do it for me, it helped me a lot.
Yep.
So I started getting sponsors. I started getting events. He got me as an alternate at X Games 2 years in a row before I got my actual invite. I started doing. I was like I was telling you, that World Series, and the thing about that World Series, right before the first stop of 2011, I almost hung my boots because I was coming from a really long year of bad injuries and really bad bank accounts.
Yeah, that's a bad combo. That's not fun.
I broke my hand at the last LG Action Sports in Pomona on practice, trying to flip a super kicker that I never flipped before. Over-rotated, broke my hand, took me out of commission for 3 weeks.
I'd have told you not to do that.
Yeah,
I don't like super kickers.
Where were you, man? Where
were you?
Yeah.
And then,
not a super kicker fan. Don't hit those fucking things.
Then I came back from that to 3 months without making 1 cent.
Yep.
Because back then, like, paying
and probably hospital bills at that point.
And a lot of them.
Yeah.
Hospital bills and everything else bills.
Right.
Yeah. Life bill. Yeah.
All the regular stuff doesn't go away because
apartment, food, car,
I'll give you some
insurance.
Slack. You're injured, I'll give you some slack. Don't pay your electric bill this month.
Yeah.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
So, coming back from 3 months from that, I had my first show. I'm ready to do this show. Dislocated my shoulder a day before traveling. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And a friend of mine told me, like, don't worry, you can still do your show. You're gonna be fine. Put my shoulder back in place. I did my show. It was in Chile. I was one of the first shows doing back in my country. And because I was so concerned about my shoulder, I wasn't thinking about what I was doing.
Right.
Casey jump, went over the bars, broke my hand on the other side now. And I'm like, son of a bitch, what the hell's going on?
Yeah, that's not good.
I met up, did my show with a broken hand, and came back to United States, go to a doctor. Doctor tells me, like, you need to do surgery. This thing's not going to heal by itself. I told, I'm so sorry, man. I can't afford it.
Right.
I can't pay the bills, and I can't go another 3 months without a paycheck.
Right.
I said, well, that's your call. They made me sign a release.
Can you show me how to tape this up?
Yeah.
So
super glue.
I went out for 3 weeks without riding and started riding again. A month before the first stop of Night of the Jumps, I dislocated my shoulder once again.
Oof.
That's the problem with shoulders. Once you do it once, it just gets easier and easier to fall out.
And then at this time, I'm down to $500 left on my bank account. And I'm putting everything into perspective. I talk to my wife and I tell her, I'm calling it. Like, this is it. And she's like, why? So, like, I'm fighting for a dream that I don't even know if it's gonna ever happen. It's not anymore. This is 10 years ago, so I was 28, 29, and I told her, like, at this age, it's not, next year.
Right.
I can do it next year.
Right.
Like, now it's like I have one less year to make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what? I'm gonna get a regular job. I'm gonna let this dream die. And she told me, like, we're just a few weeks away from Night of the Jumps. go to Night of the Jumps. If it sucks, okay, we'll find a way to make a living. But if you succeed, if you do good over there, we'll find a way so you can keep fighting. So, well, I go there and I finish in second place. And I'm like, God damn.
God damn.
Not expecting.
I got paid.
Where was this at? Where was this Night of the Jumps event?
This was in Italy.
Who won? Do you remember?
I want to say it was probably Remy Bizouard.
And shout out to, so you're married. How long have you been? I mean, this sounds like you're with a good woman. I mean, she put up with.
She promoted it. She said, "Do this."
We've been married for 16 years. We've been together for about 18.
Nice.
Wow.
Got yourself a good one.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So, dude, everything. I said it once and I'll say it forever. Like everything after that conversation, I owe it to her, because I was ready to this is it. Like, so when I came back and I came back with a new motivation, new everything. And back then, money prices were good, and I was competing every 2 weeks, so bank account started getting hefty. And
but we're still super early. You still have a super long, I mean, if she wouldn't have that talk, you'd have missed out on. I mean, we still have a lot to talk about.
Or 9 or 8.
Yeah. So then after that, I kept staying on. Well, after I stayed on the podium.
Yep.
And I finished winning that World Series that
year.
And when that happened, and I won the World Championships, and they gave me my award, and I was recognized in my country, and they gave me another award in my country for that. She told me, after you came back from that first stop, I was devastated. And I asked her, why? I did good.
She wanted you to be done?
No. She said, I knew you were going to do good, but I didn't think you were going to do that good. I was expecting you to be 5th, 4th. So on the next one, you can be 4th, 3rd, and then the next one, 3rd and 2nd. But you were 2nd. The only thing left for you was winning.
Yep. That's it, yep.
And I knew after that you were going to push yourself to your limit to win. And that's exactly what happened.
But it went right. I mean, it's not like you pushed yourself to your limit and got hurt because of it. So
no, not at all. But
right.
No, after the 2nd and 3rd stop, she was okay with it. But for a whole month,
she was worried about it.
She was so stressed out.
Right.
She was scared I would push myself harder than I could. Then after that, I got my first invite to X Fighters, and funny thing, I showed up there no expectations, just happy to finally be there.
Right.
And my wife, she went with me on that one. She told me she overheard one of the top guys over there asking what tricks I was doing. So they were seeing me as an actual threat back then.
Right.
My first X Fighters.
That's awesome.
And that kept fueling my motivation to keep improving.
I have a question. So I don't know if it was at the first X Fighters. I know at some of the X Fighters you were. Was it the first? You were a rock star guy at the Red Bull X Fighters. Were you a rock star guy at the first one, or was that later? Or when did you get the rock star sponsorship?
No, that was later on. That was in 2012. Because I got an offer from Red Bull from Chile to be sponsored.
Okay.
But they always keep giving me these conditions, first you got to do international events and we'll sponsor you. So I started doing AFMA.
IFMA, Yep.
AFMAs. Then I started doing X Pilots in Mexico. I started doing events in Europe. They were like, okay, well, once you start doing a sanction event, we'll sponsor you. So I started doing the FIM event. So, well, if you podium on those, we'll sponsor you. So I got podiums. They're like, okay, cool. You're doing great. You're in a good track.
All you have to do is win. You're like, okay, when's this fucking story end? Where are we going?
So they told me
there's a carrot that's dangling in front of my face, and
exactly.
I feel like an idiot.
You know what? It sucked, but I'm grateful because that kept pushing me. Either the hope of getting sponsored, or the denial that I'll prove you were wrong.
Yeah, these
that's what kept pushing me.
Yeah.
And so then I told me, once you podium, we'll sponsor you. And I started podium. I said, oh, well, if you win the championships, we'll sponsor you. So I won it. So, well, if you get invited to X Fighters, we'll sponsor you. So I got invited to X Fighters. They told me, if you podium at X Fighters, we'll sponsor you for sure. So I put him on expired.
This time it's real. Like, hey, okay, so
all the other
listen
20
to
times
this.
I told you,
Yeah.
no, this is the one.
That was
So
all
then they told me-
hogwash. Like, but if you do good on it, okay, this time, if you do good at this one,
this time, like,
yeah,
this time my patience glass is like, you know, like it's like all the way up to here.
you have a lot more patience than I do.
So yeah, that's what happens when you come from a third world country that things are always hard and always uphill.
I'm an entitled American prick. I understand. I get it.
So then they tell me, well, if you get invited to X Games, you get your helmet. Like now they changed the.
Yeah,
it's not the sponsorship.
It's always moving. The fucking target is.
And now they tell me, they stopped saying sponsorship. They said the helmet.
Helmet. Okay.
I was like, oh, here we go. This is it. So I start bugging my agent.
But I want the paycheck too. Like I love the helmet. I would love
the helmet's great, but I really like the money.
Yeah.
So I get my invite to X Games, and I tell him, it's on. X Games is on. Here's my invite. Here's my official invite. Here's a screenshot of my email.
Yeah.
Say, oh, good job, man.
I did it.
Amazing. If you medal, we'll give you the helmet. So you know what? You guys, screw you. I signed with Rockstar.
Yeah.
We're calling Rockstar.
Yeah. No, and my agent told me, like, hey, we got Rockstar and Monster on the phone.
Yeah.
They're down to sponsor you.
Right.
They're both offering the same.
There you
and
go.
I told my dude, give me 1 week. I want to see if Red Bull will come through. And Red Bull tells me, well, if you medal, we'll do it. So you know what?
Yeah. No.
Rockstar it is.
Yeah.
Which, on the hand side, I would have picked Monster because I never thought Monster would still be kicking it, and Rockstar is.
Yeah, it is weird. I mean, the whole energy drink. Yeah.
And funny thing is, like, my first X Games, I medaled. So I could probably have my Red Bull helmet, but who knows?
Yeah, no, you would.
I mean, there was nothing
they would
else
have said,
What else was after that? Like, oh yeah, you got a gold medal, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Right.
They would have found a way.
Right.
Oh, you did it on a Honda. No, we were hoping you would do it on a Kawasaki. Like,
KTM
we have a relationship with
back then.
Kawasaki. You did it on Honda. Sorry, you're fucked. Like, now, come on, dude.
But yeah, that was my first X Games medal, and for some reason I felt completely undeserving of it. I don't know. I didn't feel like I rode that great, but hey, thanks for the judges.
Yep.
Right.
And
medal's
then,
a medal, motherfuckers.
Medal's a medal, yeah. Then I kept riding, I kept improving, I kept pushing myself. And then I got probably my favorite event, which was, they made this global X Games where X Games was going to every country in the world for like, whatever, 5 stops.
That X Games, Asia X Games, Mexico X Games, yeah,
all them. And I got invited to Speed and Style, which I really liked. I really wanted to be part of Speed and Style. And that's probably the medal I'm most proud of.
Where was it at? What'd you do?
This was Munich, Germany.
Okay.
And
is that the Olympic Stadium there?
Yes, it was an Olympic
and it's
Stadium.
Speed and Style, which I love. I want to know. I want to know all about that.
I'm just saying real quick, the dirt in Munich, is fantastic.
There you go.
Yeah,
it is like the best, tackiest, like best dirt I've ever ridden in my life.
I could ride with a bolt tire, and traction was still like 85%.
I think I would have rather had a worn out tire because it was like there was too much traction.
Yeah.
Too crazy.
So who'd you race? Who'd you race against?
It was Mike Mason. Nate Adams.
Mason was good at it.
So did you beat Mason? Did you beat Adams?
It was Matt Ribot, Josh Sheehan,
big names.
Edgar Torrenteras.
Bilko's a big speed style.
Bilko was there.
Yeah.
And I don't remember who else. So first head-to-head, because this was head-to-head.
But those are all, Nate Adams is a legit super. He's really super.
Well, and Mason came from a racing background.
Mason's
the Arena-cross guy.
These are all dudes who know how to ride a dirt bike.
Yeah. No, 2 favorite guys were Mason and Nate Adams. They were
Mason too. Yeah, Mason was a Arena-cross guy. Yep.
Yeah.
And I qualified on the seating in last place. Because for some reason, I can't ride fast unless I'm riding with against someone.
Racing,
that's the way I work.
I'm with you on
that
too.
By myself, I could
100%.
not get a good time. I could not get a good time on my lap. So my seating, I was like last. And first race, I go against Matt Ribot, the Swiss guy.
Yep.
When the money's on the table, you can get it done. Like,
well, it helps when a gate falls too. For me, like the gate drop makes you go.
Yeah,
fast.
I mean, freaking adrenaline rush,
right?
And whatever, nothing else matters. The only thing that matters is the checker flag. And I didn't have a great start. I started behind Matt Rebo, but I was no problem to keep up with him. And it was a, what was a fair long race. It was like probably 6-8 laps race or something.
But this is speed and style. You have to do tricks. I mean, like.
Yeah, and it was a small track, so you were doing a lot of tricks.
Yeah.
And and I'm keeping up with Matt, and I'm watching him. It's like, what the hell is he doing all the turns so freaking wide? I keep getting close the door on any of these turns. Right. But I had my own rule. I would never jump in front of him, cut his line before the ramp. I could do it on any turn, but not before the ramp. Like, the whole section before the ramp for me was forbidden because it's stupid, it's dangerous, and I could not live with myself if the guy got hurt because I blocked his line. That was me.
Understandable.
So, couple turns before that turn before the ramp, I see like, dude, he's wide open, and I jump in front of him, no contact. I just jump in front of him, close the door. He freaked out and jumped off the berm. He wasn't expecting me to see me.
He's not a racer. Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, that was the easiest pass I ever done in my life. What's going on here? So I keep on doing my tricks, and I'm like, ooh, dude, I'm freaking leading this race.
Yeah, I'm winning.
These things are amazing. Last turn before the ramp, checker flags right there. Matt Rebout freaking T-bones me with the rage of 1,000 suns, dude. Like, freaking hand come off the handbars.
Out of nowhere? Just a fucking...
Out of nowhere. Like, he freaking pinned through the whoops. No intention of turning.
Is there video of this? Okay. Can we look this up?
There is.
Yeah.
You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay.
What year is this?
Get on your fucking computer.
2013.
2013.
Yeah. And I don't know how we made it. We barely cleared the 75-foot gap. We were so tapped out that we did double cans on our finishing jump on a freaking X Game contest.
Oh my god!
Even the announcers were cracking up.
Yeah, I mean,
I beat him.
Jeff. He'd have been cheering at the screen.
Yeah,
hyped on a double can.
I'm just double can.
So I won that heat. Second heat, I go against Nate Adams.
I'm just questioning too. Like, hang on. Like, so where? Like, you guys are all out of country, out of staters, out of how who's bringing all these bikes or what? I mean, obviously you're bringing your parts and ship.
We shipped.
Okay,
we shipped the bikes. We went to whatever ESPN warehouse somewhere and dropped the bikes there. Back then, I was making a crap load of money. I had 3 bikes.
Nice.
So, I'll have 1 bike on each country and visit.
There you go.
Those were the days.
Yep.
So second heat, I'm going against Nate Adams.
Okay.
And I'm getting more realistic here. Like, he's one of the best. We had a good run. You know what? Let's have fun. I have a decent start, and I'm keeping up with Nate every lap. And I'm like, what the hell's going on, dude? Like, he's doing the same mistake.
Yeah.
Like, wide open turns. I can jump in front of this guy at any given time, and he's not going to do anything.
I got him.
So we get into a rhythm section, and I think we were doing he was doing triple, double, or something like that, and I did double, triple, which got me faster into the corner.
There you go.
And I didn't block past him, but I jumped in front of him.
You're on the bottom.
I never
inside.
touched anything.
You're inside. Yeah.
And the whole stadium goes wild. Like, even through the 4-stroke sound and my helmet, I could hear the stadium going wild. And I'm in front of him the whole time. And halfway through the race, Nate just goes and freaking hits me low on the wheels. And we're both going down. And I'm like, no, I'm not going down. I'm saving this, whatever it takes. And I remember I guessed this is right before the whoops. Feet are dragging, elbows straight out twisted.
Stop it.
Somehow, Nate went down, and I didn't.
No.
And I went through the whoops.
Oh.
And my heart rate is going to the limit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I almost brought that up a minute ago. I'm like, what's your heart rate at this point? Like, it has to be pinned.
This time, I don't know Nate went down. All I'm thinking, holy crap, Nate, it's out there.
Coming for me.
Kick my ass.
Yeah,
He's down. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, okay, you're going to do a trick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I go into the second lap, and all I can see is Nate trying to kickstart his bike.
There you go.
And
that has to be a good feeling.
Oh,
You're like, oh
my God,
I can relax.
I won this heat. What the hell's happening? I won that heat. The heat.
Take a breath.
I finished my heat, and everyone's cheering for me. Like, even the other riders, even Mike Mason. It was like high-fiving me. It's like, dude, you're the most entertaining guy I ever seen on.
You
on
son of
Style.
a bitch. Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
But then the guy in charge of Moto X from ESPN calls me to a side and tells me, hey, these guys are not professional racers. You can't be this aggressive to them. Like, this is not real racing. And I'm like,
the fuck?
And I'm like,
the fuck
I didn't touch anyone. And I'm like, I didn't touch anyone. And on the other hand, they freaking beat me hard on the corners. But whatever you say, boss, I mean, you're the one signing the check.
No, fuck
No
you. No, I'd say
aggressiveness.
fuck you. That's bullshit. I'm not. We're this. As far as I knew, this was a race. It's called Speed and Style. We're supposed to have both
Yeah, but
speed and style.
I wasn't gonna go argue. With
I
the guy
know.
in charge
Yeah.
of
I get
invites.
it. I get it. I get it.
And then I go into my final. hit.
Hindsight, though, fuck those guys, right?
Yeah. Now that I know that was my last Speed and Style, I should just punch him right on the freaking jaw.
Yeah. Bullshit. Fucking my win, motherfucker.
Final heat against Mike Mason. And this for me at this time is a dream come true. For me,
For
Mike
sure.
Mason was always the guy to beat. Like, yeah, Nate Adams was great, but for me, Mike Mason was the fastest Speed and Style racer.
Dude, at this point, it's a good story. Like, you're a kid that grew up in, like, there's a lot to go, but you're killing it. You're living the American dream as an American. You're doing good.
Yeah, this time, like,
He's playing the video right now here. Keep talking. Well, I'll watch here. Is this Mason or is this
this is Mason.
Okay, this is the final.
Yeah, so Mason, right before we drop it, we go to the gates. I'm like, I know your games, dude. Don't play with me.
Yeah.
I know what you're doing. Him as an experienced arena cross racer, he knew what was I gonna do before I knew what I was
Yeah,
right.
Like,
years
he
of
knew my
practice.
lines.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what I was gonna do. So he blocked me into my first corner, and that's all she wrote. I never saw Mason again. Never saw him.
The brake check in the first turn.
That's years
But Mason,
and years.
Mason rode the American Arena Cross Series forever. Early
He
on,
knew
early
exactly
on.
what he was doing.
But he was the same way though as you. Like, he started racing these arena crosses. They started doing freestyle shows in the halftime, and that's what he was doing too.
Like
That's
Jeff
how he got
Willow
into freestyle.
yeah.
And then I got a silver, and probably that's the medal I'm the most proud of. Like,
as you should be. That's
And then, we came to the sad part of my career. We went to LAX games.
Okay.
And I'm ready. Like, I've been training hard. I got new tricks. I got combos that no one else was doing. I was doing my best combo at that time was doing backflip Cordova to Superman.
All right, hang on.
Oh, wow.
Hang on. Time out. Okay. Well, I want to know how we learned the backflip. Like, where did you hone these skills, or where? Like, did you have a foam pit? Were you just dirt to fucking? Did you just go straight to? Did you crew Jones it and put foam mattresses out on a? What'd you do?
Well, the thing is, like, when you've been racing for that many, this generation not so much, but my generation that grew up listening to people saying backflips on dirt bikes are impossible.
Yeah. And now they're doing triple. Let's talk. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So, everything I knew about jumping dirt bikes went against it's needed to do backflips.
That's why this guy. Yeah. This guy's a skilled motocross, supercross racer. I couldn't ever imagine doing a backflip.
Everything.
Yeah.
It goes against everything.
I flip bicycles into a foam
It's
pit,
amazing
and
he can do tricks. Like,
I don't know how many tricks I can do now, but
I was just
I did a
uncoordinated and stupid enough. I didn't have to tell. I just did tricks.
my biggest problem with doing tricks
I wasn't
was just
skilled.
that I didn't know to jump front wheel high.
Yeah.
Or level. Like, I didn't know to do that.
Yeah, it took me a couple months to learn backflips on a bicycle.
Yeah.
On a really crappy small foam pit.
20-inch.
Yeah.
It was like, it was like landing on. It was still hard, it was still a rough landing.
How old were you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, how old were you? What?
I was 21.
Okay, so yeah.
On BMX, yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
you just I want to learn it on BMX.
So that's what I did too. I was like 20 or 21, and randomly I got to go to the Point X camp in California when it was like closed. It was the winter season.
Yeah, I don't think he was at Point X camp.
No, we had it was a great facility, and there was literally no one there. And my buddy knew the guy that ran the place and like lived there to maintain it during the winter. And it was me and Binkley and Bo Manley. We just went up there and started flipping bicycles into the foam pit. Billy actually did it good too, though. That's what I was surprised by. He figured it out.
One of you guys succeeded.
Yeah.
Not either of my friends.
Right.
I guess Bo Manley's my friend
but
too,
yeah. But he never flipped.
My two good friends suck.
Yeah. We weren't freestyle guys.
Yeah.
Knacks.
And then I got hooked up with a pit bike, and I flipped a pit bike onto that same foam pit.
There you go.
And
that was a big pit bike era too, right? Like pit bike was sucking big back then. Twitching Scummy, everybody was on pit bike.
50 nuts.
50 nuts, yeah.
Then my first backflip to dirt was on that pit bike on a BMX jump.
Okay.
Because that's all I had. I have no access for big bike, foam pit or nothing.
Right.
I love to hear these stories of how this trans.
Right.
But yeah.
So when I moved to the United States in 2005, I was committed. I'll get my foam pit. So what I did, I moved to Florida. I lived in Florida. I used to had a spot in the Seminole motocross track back then.
Oh yeah.
And they told us like, hey, you guys can build your FMX facility on this side of the track. There was a little hill. We dug a hole in that hill. And what I did, it was
Who's
right
you
after
guys?
the hurricane. Me and my brother.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was another. Yeah, I want to talk about that too. He has a brother that's like, I want to. Yeah, we'll talk about that, man. Go ahead.
And
sorry.
So this was after a hurricane in 2005. I can't remember what hurricane it was. But there were mattresses and couches.
Oh dear.
Everywhere. Laying in the street.
Yeah.
So I would, every day, once or twice a week, I would go to, drive around the neighborhoods looking for couches and.
It's like The Walking Dead when they go for a food run, but he was just looking for foam.
Just trying to find bed bugs anywhere. Like, do you have a bed bug I can jump into? Like,
so we had this long ass trailer where I would put all these things, and after every show, I would grab $200 of whatever money I made and go to a +3 supply thing and buy
recycled foam,
Joanne Fabrics.
Yeah, and buy $200 worth of.
I've been there. I've done that.
Scrap.
Scrap foam.
Scrap.
Yeah.
And it took me around 4 months to have a not so decent sized foam pit. It was still shit.
Yeah.
It was still hard. It was still narrow.
Yeah.
But it was there. It wasn't landing on ground anymore.
Yeah, scrap foam is not. It doesn't. Yeah, it's not like monster blocks. That's fucking 100% sure.
No,
yeah,
no.
Yeah.
So the thing is, we didn't have a crane. We only had this tractor to pull the bikes out of the foam pit.
Yeah.
And the tractor, the only one allowed to drive that, because it was the tractor from the track. The only one allowed to drive it was my dad, because he was the only one of age.
Yep.
And I was 20 something already, but the guy didn't know. The owner of the truck didn't know me that well. So
yeah, it was his tractor, and he said, "Fuck off." Yeah.
So, but my dad worked Monday through Friday, so we can only practice backflips on the weekends. And because our foam pit was awful, we could only do 4 or 5 jumps before we were completely destroyed.
Right.
Our joints were hurting, lower back,
right.
lower hands. After 28 attempts into the foam pit, and I realized I wasn't going to land on my face, I said, you know what? I think even if I crash in dirt, it's not going to be as
it's not going to be as bad as this.
I'm just taking it to dirt.
Yeah.
So I took it. It took me 28 jumps. I was like, screw it. I'm taking it to dirt. I can't take this anymore.
Yep.
It just sucks.
Yeah.
I was sweating more to go into the foam pit and take it to dirt.
Yeah. Yeah, foam pit life is not a good life.
Well, especially if it's a crappy foam pit, like you say. It hurt to land. Even if you did everything great, it hurt.
Yeah, even when I landed on the bike, it was awful.
And Florida, fucking snakes, spiders, fuck that. I mean, gas, just go dirt.
I always deny the existence of every animal.
You're like, it's not real. There's none of that in there. There's no alligators in here.
Right.
So I did my first backflip back then, and And that's it. Actually, my first long distance backflip, I didn't even use the foam pit because my foam pit was so tiny that I was afraid that I would miss it if I went a regular distance.
Pull up. What's his name? Tommy Boy or who's? Or
Street Bike Tommy.
Street Bike Tommy. Street Bike Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that.
No, not at all.
Just keep the GSXR out of the foam pit.
Yeah.
So yeah, going back to that X Games 2013. So I got all these big tricks. I think I have an advantage now. I see the real possibility of having a gold medal.
Yep.
Like I got the Cordova to Superman flip. I got the standing on my seat takeoff that no one else was doing.
Oh, I saw, yeah. I have that. Yeah. I saw, that's a sick flip.
And I wasn't flipping it.
Okay, I saw you flipping it with a seat grab or a Superman.
Yeah. And,
Nitro Circus.
Yeah, that was a couple. I think that was like a year later.
Yep.
But I had all these big tricks, and I'm confident. Like, this is my chance for gold medal.
Yeah.
So I paid this friend that was living close to me. He was absolutely broke, and he was good with mechanics on the bike. And I told him, you can be my X Games mechanic, but I need you here, like, for real.
Yeah.
His girlfriend was pregnant. She was about to have the baby. And the day before X Games, his baby was being born.
Oh, no.
He couldn't
timing. Yeah. Timing.
He couldn't be there to work on my bike.
Oh,
and
God.
I told him, like, dude, I hope you don't feel left out, but I need to get someone else. And
but that your confidence has to be shot at that point too. Like, I mean, this is the dude that's supposed to be taking care of my bike.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
but I understood. The
yeah,
situation,
no,
right?
yeah.
So
I mean,
it's like it's. Yeah,
but
you're not bailing on me.
No,
it's like
yeah.
you're not bailing on your
Right.
family.
Yeah.
Like priorities, and I respect that. But the thing is, like,
But you're like,
I
it
told,
also
like,
is
dude,
the X Games, and I do need a mechanic to look after my
yeah.
bike.
So I
and-
told, like, dude, I'm gonna call someone else because I need a mechanic for real. And his girlfriend calls my wife and tell her, like, please, just like, we need this money. Don't fire him. So I told her, like, all right, dude, yeah, you can work on my bike, but I need you today here.
What are you going to be remote from the fucking hospital on a Zoom call, or what are we doing
I mean,
here?
it's not like he needed to be in the hospital.
No, this is 2013, dude. Zoom wasn't.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. But he has to turn wrenches on your bike if you need it. Like,
Yeah.
if he's with his family at the hospital.
No, she's saying, like, don't fire him. He'll be there. Like, right?
Well,
all right.
Yeah.
Is he
didn't.
showing up? Yeah. I mean, that's a lot.
He did not. Yeah,
He did not.
show up.
He did not. There you
So,
go.
Yeah. So I work on my bike the best as I could, and of course, hindsight, I could have done it better. But I was like, this is good enough. All the bolts are tight.
Yeah. That is the biggest thing.
Yeah. And I'm on my last practice. They already showed me the yellow flag, which means like 1 minute left of practice, and I'm gonna get the biggest extension on my Cordova to Superflip. I do my backflip, I do my Cordova fully extended, Superman as far as I can. Then it's time to catch the bike. The bike's not there, and I'm like,
oh dear.
but the thing is, like, the handlebars are still in my hand. But the bike's not there.
Oh.
Super flip levers shifted, or?
And I'm like, what the hell happened?
Oh dear.
And I bail. And I look back, and I thought, like, oh, my bike stalled rotation. That's what happened. And that's what I'm thinking while I'm upside down.
Yeah,
So I bail.
yeah.
And I look back as I'm going down, and my bike completed the rotation. And like, what the hell? Why are you doing this to me, bike?
Yeah. Yeah. Why? We have a love relationship. Why is this? Yes.
Landed, hit my head, knocked out. Because I was knocked out, the ball position that you take to roll, to take the impact, it's gone. I'm just like ragdolling around.
You just lock up.
Which just take me to a broken hip. My femur went through my hip.
Oh fuck.
Woke up several times in the ambulance because I don't remember the whole thing. I just remember waking up.
Right.
And then when I'm finally conscious, I'm at the hospital, and they tell me your handlebar mounts broke on your back foot. So that's what happened.
They said you should have had a better mechanic. You're like, no, I had one. He was just at the fucking. His wife told him he could come. He just didn't show up.
I'm just saying, I've had good mechanics over the years, and things like that. Like, you're not going to notice.
I've been one of them.
Yeah, they're one of the best I ever had, for sure. But I mean, there's certain things that you can't prepare for. Things break that you can't. You know what I mean?
And to be fair, even if he was there as my mechanic,
Right.
we'd probably just skip that part.
Yeah.
Well, so it happens later on. When that happened to me, I find out that this same thing has happened to 5 other riders all over the world.
Right.
So those bolts from this company, which I'd rather not mention, were shit.
Yeah.
They were breaking at the same spot. So what happened is like, as the
they've
bolt
been
clamp,
known
like,
to fatigue.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it happened to me before, but only on one side at a time. And I told them, hey, this shit's happening.
Yeah.
Like, they keep breaking.
Yeah.
And they told me, oh, yeah, because you got to change them every 6 months. And they sent me a batch of the headset bolts.
Some bullshit, though. Yeah. Like, is the general public getting these every 6 months? Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So they sent me a batch of bolts. And it's been 2 months since I
should
changed
put
these.
their name out there. Fuck these guys. You don't have to. I'm just kidding.
No, well, the thing is, like, this happened. And I was like, no, this is not ever happening again, so I sued them.
Good for you. Yeah.
I was like, I don't care about the money. All I want is this to never happen to another rider.
You're in Southern California. Do you know Attorney Art Draper?
Ooh, Attorney Art Draper. He could have helped you
I have a buddy in California.
I don't even remember who was the attorney.
Yeah, hey, I got a buddy.
The thing is, we worked on this for a while. The attorney claimed that we were going to be able to get like $1 million
right.
for this, between medical bills and all that. And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Like, but I told, like, all I want to do is for them to do a recall on his parts.
Yeah.
And be responsible for this.
Yes. And hopefully it doesn't happen to anybody else. Like, yeah.
So, which it happened within a month.
Because it could happen worse. Like, someone could die. Someone could break their neck. Like, I mean,
I could have did.
Yeah,
the thing is, I could have died.
Yeah.
Because I actually, at the hospital, I got blood poisoning.
Scary.
I could have died at the hospital.
Yeah.
I spent 10 days at the hospital.
They gave you, what happened was Jeff donated the blood, and then they gave it to you, and
you got some of my poisoned blood.
Yeah, if anybody gets Jeff's blood, it's bad. It poisons you.
Yeah,
it's only good for him then.
Yeah,
no,
it's not good for him either.
For me, I'm struggling to be alive. It's miraculous.
Did you wake up with really dry lips?
Yeah.
So a month into this lawsuit, they do a recall. And they
were covering tracks.
Jesus, yeah. At that point, they're like, oh.
So they changed the density of the bolts. Like they were like.
Let's do some grade 8.
I want to say they were like grade 6.8, and they switched it to 10.2 or something like that. Like it changed. It never happened again.
That's good.
And but then we're a year into this lawsuit, and the lawyer tells me like, hey, we need to spend like $15,000 in lab work so we can prove that these were weak at the spot. Right. And I tell like, hey, you know what? I don't care anymore.
Yeah.
What I wanted to happen happened. And yeah, of course, having $1 million would be amazing, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna cut like probably $800,000 from this.
Yeah, but I'm not investing in this. Yeah, like I'm good at. If you want to, tackle it at zero. Yeah.
All I wanted was justice, and justice was served, and we can move on.
There you go.
Well, it cost me that I was never able to buy parts from that company ever again. So every time I need parts from that company,
but
I need to get them through someone else.
Yeah, right. Well, hey, that's probably not a bad thing. Fuck that company, whoever they are. Like, I don't know if you want to get parts from that company.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of companies that make handlebar mount bolts.
Yeah.
No, but this was like a whole triple clamp thing. So
hopefully it's not applied.
I'm just saying, there's a lot of companies. Seth snapped off the applied clamp, didn't he?
Yeah. It happens.
And that was the sad part. And then I was set to like get redeemed. So the following year, I'm training as hard as ever. I'm again invited to Speed and Style for X Games.
What year is this?
Compete X Games. Now we're in 2014.
Okay, 2014.
And one day I take my kids to the track, to the motocross track. They're riding. I'm riding with them. I started getting bored. And I decided.
How many kids do you have?
2.
Okay.
I got 2.
How old are they?
Well, now they're 16 and 11.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I thought it would be great and super dandy to do a nag over the finish line. I do a nag, look to the side, look at my wife taking the picture, and I got stuck on my fender on the way back. freaking eat.
Didn't not front wheel high enough. See?
Yeah.
Just the dumbest trick too. Like, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I can do backflips.
Yeah, exactly.
Fully cranked out, and I crash and doing that. And I'm feeling like I'm on the ground, no pain, nothing, just feeling like a complete jackass. I was like,
yeah, just your pride is hurt.
Yeah, I was like, that was stupid. I went to stand up, and I noticed my leg is left behind. I'm like, oh shit, I broke my femur.
Oh.
And as soon as I noticed that, I heard someone revving on the corner, heading straight to my way, and I'm laying on the other side of a landing.
Oh no! Oh,
and I'm just I'm dragging myself like this. Track, like, oh god! I drag myself to the edge.
Top of the jump.
I put my leg on top of the other one. Flagger shows up, walks up to me, and said, "What happened?" Oh, nothing. I broke my femur. No, you did not. I said, yeah, I broke my femur. How do you know? Because I broken my femur before, and it's exactly the same pain, exactly the same range.
You're like, it's called a self-evaluation. I really fucking crashed over there, and I picked myself up, and I felt my body, and I was like, oh, fuck, my leg's really fucking not, I broke my femur. I know it, yeah.
And he's like, no, you didn't. So I'm not going to argue this with you. Just call the paramedics.
Yeah, you're not a
semantics. Yeah, fuck off.
Yeah.
I can argue this all day.
Paramedics show up. So what happened, bud? It's like, yeah, I broke my femur. No, you did not.
Yeah.
Stop telling me I didn't.
Yeah. Here, you want to touch it?
Yeah.
It's like, want to switch places? They're like,
right.
You're like, I could use an IV and some pain medicine, realistically.
So like, dude, how do you know you broke your femur? Like, you know when you broke your femur. It's like, and he's like,
yeah, that's the reason I know.
Yeah.
The fact that you just said that.
The question would have been, have you ever broke your femur? Because you might know.
It's like you would be in a lot of pain. It's like, I am.
Yeah.
I am in so much pain right now. I'm just not showing it because my both kids are watching me right now.
Yep.
I'm playing my man card right here. I'm in so much pain. Just took me to a freaking hospital right now.
Put me in the ambulance and give me the drugs.
And the guy's like, yeah, sure, whatever, we'll take you to a hospital, but you don't have a broken femur. Like, let's take those pants off. It's like, you won't be able to take those pants off, just cut them.
Yeah.
Just cut those pants.
Yeah.
So they cut the pants, and you can see both of my knees are together, but my hip is pointed up.
Yep.
It's like, and everyone's eyes are like, holy crap, they look like freaking Japanese cartoons right now.
Yeah.
And
do you have knee braces on by chance?
No.
Okay, knee pad guy. Okay.
No. Yeah, and they're like, "It's really broken." I said, "Dude, yes." And so, okay, and they all freaking out. Like now, before I was the only guy freaking out. Now I'm the only calm.
Now,
and I'm like, settle down, guys. Like, let's do this step by step.
Let's get me on a backboard. Let's get in the ambulance. Let's get out of here.
Yeah. So they do a traction on me. Like they do, like when you do this is pretty funny because the guy put the traction thing in between my legs and squeezed one of my balls so fucking hard.
Oh, god damn.
And I tell him, I appreciate the effort of trying to take the pain away from my leg. But I really don't want to do traction with that thing right there.
You're transferring it to my left testicle.
Can we move my balls?
Yeah. Do you know Edgar fucking pronounces last? Yeah. Do you know Edgar?
E.T.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had him on the pod. He told a great story about losing a ball.
Yeah, he apparently
terrible
experience.
Oh, fuck.
Damn.
I mean, freestyle guys. Bad injuries are.
Yeah. And most of them connected to the balls for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, it's either a collarbone or a testicle, right? Like, or a fib or a femur. Yeah. No.
So the important part of the story is this is a little bit over 8 weeks before X Games.
Oh.
And I'm like, son of a bitch. Like, what I'm going to do? So they get an X-ray, and I send this X-ray to my personal trainer and therapist. And told her, you know what? This is a clean break. If they put the rod on your leg, we can get you in about 7 weeks ready for X Games. So perfect. Let's do it.
What X game is this? Is this the first
2014?
But which is it? LA?
The first time they go to Texas.
All right.
Is it the first time you've been to an X Games?
No,
I mean,
this is my.
But in the States, like not
no.
a.
He just did Speed and
It's my third
Style
X Games.
previously at X Games.
Sorry.
And
In 13.
2012 X Games.
Okay.
Well, there you go.
And
so we're at Texas.
so-
they had good trophies.
Didn't
with
it?
that
Wasn't
one,
it
I feel
windy or
like.
something though?
so yeah, that's where we're going now.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
go ahead.
work so I get this happens on a Tuesday, get surgery on a Wednesday, get released on a Thursday. I start my therapy on a Friday.
Yeah.
And you have
So
6
for-
weeks to go.
7.
8 weeks.
8 weeks.
Or, yeah.
Exactly 8 weeks. So for the next 2 weeks, and also not really related, but it's connected. The day before that, I signed my mortgage, and I dump a lot
No,
of
that's
money on the
related.
down
That's
payment.
huge.
That is
Yeah,
related, yeah.
He's a realtor, and no, that's okay. So that's
So
extra
things
pressure.
started to look south for me, and we started the process of moving from house to house.
But so you bought.
my-
So this is your first house you buy?
Yeah,
Where at? Where?
in Hammett here in California.
Okay,
It's the
okay.
same house. that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can see back here.
Okay. Yep.
So, we started the process of moving at the same time. So
A lot going on.
my routine goes from every morning, the first 2 weeks. Every morning I would go to therapy for 2 hours, 2 hours of physical training. First 2 weeks. Third week,
A lot of
I
like
start moving.
cycling, or what are you doing for physical therapy?
Pretty much upper body at this point.
Oh, okay.
And lower weight for the legs.
Yeah.
Okay.
But therapy, it's full blown. You're gonna cry today.
Yeah.
It's physical therapy, physical torture. Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff does this every day. It's
Yeah.
just not even physical therapy. It just he
I've been
just
through a
likes to
lot
cry,
of physical
I think.
therapy. It's
like
So
to
on the
cry.
Yeah.
third week, we start moving. So my days are going early in the morning. I do physical therapy, personal training. I start doing my first motor ridings, just like riding around on the track. Going back to moving things from one house to the next one.
Are you wearing a
we're done-
brace?
No,
No brace,
No,
no
I
nothing.
don't-
Okay.
No brace, not. And we get to the fourth week, and I'm doing this with my wife alone. It's me and my wife doing it. My father-in-law passes away,
Oof.
and he's in Chile.
Oh.
So I had to fly my whole family to Chile for the funeral, and now I'm doing this whole thing by myself for the next 3 weeks.
Brutal.
So then my skill, I start riding. I start hitting ramps by the 5th week. But by the 5th week, I'm actually riding for real. I'm doing motocross. So my routine goes from motocross in the morning, straight to physical therapy, to personal training, to move from one house to another. Because we're doing this slowly,
Right.
so I don't have to pay a moving company.
Fucking shoot me now.
Yeah, so I'm finally able, like a week before X Games, I have everything in my new house. So, but I'm still doing like training in the morning, physical therapy, personal training. And I go to X Games. We're set. I got my speed. I know I can win this.
What events are we
You've
doing?
been on a bike for 3 weeks at that point?
Yeah. What
Yeah,
are we signed up for? What events are we doing?
speed and style and freestyle.
Okay. You ever do
Speed and
step
style was
up?
the first one. I declined the invite.
Yeah,
it's not my
good
jam.
for you. Good, touche. Yeah. No,
the
you don't have to
shoulder
explain.
thing.
Yeah, no, good.
Yeah,
Good, you're good.
shoulders. I'm
Fuck,
I'm
yeah.
attached to my shoulders. And speed and style is first on the week, and I'm on my practice. Same thing. Whatever. 2 more minutes of practice. I do a lazy boy, like a regular lazy boy.
Yep.
Wind catches me. My front wheel moves. I miss my throttle hand on the way down, so I grabbed it like this. You know what happens when you grab it like this? You freaking throttle when you try to not throttle. So I freaking second gear pin it into the first jump of the rhythm section, fully out of control. So I know I'm out of control, and I'm either gonna quad or quint this jump, or I jump out.
We're going
so
for
I jump
it.
out.
Yep.
I jump out, but because the jump is so tiny, my bike endos full on freaking
just hard indoor. Yeah.
So I jump over my bars, land. My bone is not fully healed.
Right.
It breaks. shatters.
Fucking same bone that's been healing.
That's
for...
the same femur.
Oh god damn it!
And because I had a metal rod bends and
breaks.
it makes the bone explode.
Yep, it ruins the bones when you got metal in them.
I mean,
and that was my last
blood poisoning. Like these are fucking. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
Ugh.
That was my last exchange invite. I won my reputation of the guy that crashes in the last minute of practice. Never got invited again.
Damn it.
Really? That's surprising to me. Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Well, I mean, what did X Games do after that, though?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
no, they kept doing Austin for another couple of years. So,
yeah, but
screw that. Every year sucked. Every year.
That's what I mean. Austin was never good for X Games. It was always windy. Like the moto stuff never was good. Even the bicycle stuff struggled.
Yeah.
No. I mean, I don't even think. I mean, do they even do like skateboard vert anymore? Like, I don't remember any of that.
I think it hurt my ego more than it
Sure.
hurt anything else.
Sure.
Not getting invited. Like, not getting invited is like when your best friends throw these parties in. Not
I get it, but I don't.
Even though you didn't want to go.
Looking from the outside, I don't think it should. Like, I mean, I know.
Well, no, but it's a bummer when you're not getting the invite. You could decline it.
Yeah. No, I get it.
And not want to be there, but it's still like shitty to go.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
I work Monday through Friday. Your friends throw a party on a Saturday, and you're like, "No, guys, I'm not gonna go because I'm tired."
I'm gonna start doing this podcast without inviting Jeff.
It'd be fucking way better. I mean, yeah, I recommend it. Fuck.
But so at this point, I was like, "Well, that we had a good run. I'm not getting invited again." They didn't invite me from 2015, but I get invited to do Nitro Circus Tour.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a great change.
Yeah, and it probably paid better anyway.
It paid better, and it was fun.
Right.
No pressure. Riding with fun guys all the time.
Yeah, it's not a contest.
I mean, the thing is, like, I'm riding with the same guys I rode at X Games.
Right.
And now they're all friendly.
Yeah.
Nobody's competing. Nobody's competing.
No, they're all just cheering if you do a new trick.
I think I'm jumping back a hot second, but you did the Nuclear Cowboys too, right? Because that was kind of the first, like, that was the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but back then, the thing is, like, when I got invited to do that...
Yep.
I was full on competition mentality, so I did not enjoy doing Nuclear Cowboys.
You didn't? Yeah.
It was like going from being a general contractor that worked for yourself to being like a union carpenter. Like all of a sudden you can walk around and drag your feet all day, and like all you had to do is the same thing every
exactly.
Clock in, clock out.
Yeah, you have to do a heel clicker at 11:06. You have to do a fucking Superman at 11:10.
Yeah,
at 11:20. You have to do.
I did not enjoy my pass through Nuclear Cowboys.
Right.
But Nitro Circus was different.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
you're still doing what you want to do.
They're going for it.
Yeah.
But they're going for it. Yeah.
So in 2016, I got invited to Nitro World Games. That's when the front flip run was introduced in competition, and I was like, "That's stupid."
When was the first Nitro? Was it the first one? Was 16?
Yeah.
In Utah, up there, Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think I got a fourth place or something. I can't remember.
Yep.
It wasn't relevant for me. But
so it was actually a contest.
I was really disappointed. Yeah, it was a contest.
Oh, okay.
But what was it?
I was really disappointed at myself, though.
Was it? Hang on.
I felt
Okay,
like I was good, but I wasn't up to level.
As a fucking was it? Because I'm friends with Justin Holman. He's done a lot of contests and stuff, but some of the contests he's done, he doesn't even... The judging is so terrible that he doesn't even... It's like, these guys don't... Like, was it... Do you feel like it was a legitimately judged contest, or like...
Or who were the judges?
Crap, I can't remember on that year. But... The thing is, like, they had this new...
Because sometimes it's a popularity contest.
Yeah, most of the times.
Yeah, exactly.
Most of the times like that.
It's a snowboarding guy, like, judging... Like, you guys have never fucking ridden a motorcycle. Like, you don't understand.
Yeah, that happened a lot in Europe. Like, we got this Formula 1 champion. Like,
what the fuck does he
know? He used to ride with less than four wheels.
He doesn't know how to fucking put a clutch on a dirt bike. He can't shift gears, but he's judging me backflipping.
And on Nitro World Games, they brought this new judging system that was based from the Olympics. So tricks had a degree of difficulty that was valid certain points.
Okay.
Each point was multiplied by the score that the judge gave you, and that was your final score.
So did you have to tell them what trick you were going to do beforehand?
Yes.
Okay.
Correct.
So it is like the Olympics in that, like, you have a scheduled, this is what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Then you get an execution score for that trick.
Exactly.
Okay.
So what happens if you fuck up? What if they're expecting you to do a backflip seat grab and you go to the ramp and you're like, oh, we're doing a heel clicker on this motherfucker? Like,
no, you're out. You get 0 points.
You get 0 points.
Okay.
This was the same as there's a lot of different, obviously, Olympic events where they tell you this is the trick they're going to do. And like the big air freestyle ski
and you're
thing,
held accountable
where they had the super steep ramp thing where they just spinning whatever. That the same thing. They tell them ahead of time, this is what we're going for.
Triple Lindy. Yeah.
Okay. Exactly. Yeah. But and it's like they judge them based on that, and if they don't complete it perfectly,
you didn't do your triple Lindy, so fuck off. Well,
I mean, they still judge it. Like if you don't get however many full twist and whatever, they still go So
the thing is, like, you turn in your list.
Yeah.
And they give you a list like this trick is worth this much and this much and this much and this whatever. And also, you have an order. Like first jump has to be a bar trick. Second jump, a drop trick. Third jump has to be a flip trick, and like that.
What if you to turn in 2000 14 or 15? What if you'd have turned in your fucking trick list and you'd have been like, I'm doing a triple backflip? I feel like, what the fuck is this guy?
He would have got a 0.
Yeah. No, actually, they had on the list of tricks. It was like a new trick.
A new trick. Okay.
A new trick. It was worth. It has a degree of difficulty of 10 or something like that.
Explain it. Like, what are you gonna do? Or yeah.
So if each trick had a degree of difficulty from 5 to 10, and that was multiplied by your score.
Yeah.
And so you knew once you presented your list, the judges told you like if you do your run perfectly, this is the score you're getting.
Mm-hmm.
So you knew pretty much what you could do and what was going to be your score.
Based on your tricks. Yeah. You had an idea in the beginning. Yeah. Like.
So that was 2016, and I didn't do that great. I knew it. Like, I knew I wasn't up to the level.
Right.
So 2017, I was lucky enough that they set up the Nitro Circus training facility in Paris, which is 20 minutes from my house.
Oh, nice.
And I spent 90 days there.
Where was that?
Working.
Like, I mean,
apparently
Paris,
next to Paris, yeah.
Was it like at the track?
It was at the Paris Fairgrounds.
Was it Star West?
Star West. Now Star West is
Yeah.
But at that time,
now
Star West was gone.
Yeah.
Now it's called State MX.
State Fair MX.
So we had a replica of the course. We had the replica of the course, and we had the airbag for practice.
Nice.
And the first month, I was like, screw that airbag, screw that front flip ramp. I'm not that ramp stupid.
Right.
And
this is the one with the metal hinged thing that pops. The metal
kicker, yeah. And at the end of the first month, I don't know. Well, I'm pretty sure you guys know Kenny Bell.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Kenny Bell was in charge of the whole setup, and he talks to me. He's like, dude, this thing's here. I mean, you'd be an idiot.
Just try it, yeah.
Of this. Yeah,
yep.
Just go for it.
Yep.
And I said, you know what? Why not?
Yeah, he has a point.
First front flip was an absolute fiasco. We had no idea.
Right.
How this works.
It's a weird hitting a ramp like that.
Yeah,
like,
so we're like,
I mean, somebody was already hitting it, right?
I've heard it's like hitting a curb, and it just fucking throws.
So I'm like, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to let off the throttle?
Yeah.
Like, if
do I hit it in fourth gear? Or what do I do?
We have no idea.
Yeah.
So I approach. We have this super kicker front flip ramp. We scooted all the way to the airbag. All the way.
Safety
and
first.
I'm approaching it in second gear, and then I let off the throttle.
Approaching it like ramp me.
Because that's what I think it needed to be done. As we're going up, my bike loses all the speed, hits the metal kicker, and just goes like this.
You barely got over it.
Barely, dude. And I almost missed the airbag.
Like, I hit my back on the back of the takeoff.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Good thing it was pushed all the way up.
Yeah, there's a video somewhere on my Instagram of that.
I got caught between the fucking takeoff and the airbag. I'm stuck in here.
Then I was like, okay, so letting off the throttle is not the way to go.
No,
we know that.
Yeah, we gotta go faster. We need to build some speed.
Yeah. So now I get it. I do,
which is scary.
I get it.
Yep.
I get it a couple times. Then I start getting cocky. I do one, and this is the thing about the airbags. If you land perfect, they suck. So I land perfect my front foot. I hit myself on the chin.
Oh.
Split my chin open.
There you go.
I stand up. I look at the airbag. I see blood on the airbag. And I was like, where's that coming from? I touched my chin and I can feel,
Yep.
I split it open. I walk out pissed off. I look myself on the mirror on my truck, say, let's see this. And as I move my head back to see how bad it is, I can see my freaking skull from this. I was like,
Oh, God.
God.
Yeah.
And,
I got a good one of those. I'll send you a picture later. I have a good chin split story. We all do, I feel, as motocross guys. Like, if you don't have a chin split story, I mean, come on. What have you really done? Like,
yeah, they were like, you want to go to a hospital? It's like, what? Pay $1,200 to spend 6 hours there to get 3 stitches? No, bring on the super glue.
Right.
And then I watch super glue. I say, yeah, it'll work. I know it works.
Gorilla Glue.
I super glue my chin, and you can even tell it's there.
No, you look good. Yeah.
Especially on a screen like this. And then I moved to next step. I start front flipping the regular ramp. But I'm doing this for fun, just to push myself. I had no plans of doing this to dirt, because at this time I still think like, this ramp's stupid.
I don't know if it's fun. Is it fun?
I mean, It was fun to push my limit.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
It was not fun to land on the airbag.
Yeah.
It was not fun to crash at the end of the airbag and still hit the ground. And
understandable. Understandable.
2 weeks before Nitro World Games, Kenny Bell talks me to take it to dirt, and I do.
Oh boy.
And it's good. I crashed on my first one a little bit under rotation. Second one, I grease it, and then I start doing it like three a day.
So now we're bringing it to fucking. Are we bringing it to tour? Yep.
Yeah. Now we're taking it to the Nitro World Games.
Yep.
The last one I did before we went to Utah, I just did like a small no-hander.
Mm-hmm.
Just
no big deal.
Nah.
We go to.
I just threw a no-hander in it. I was like, I'm not confident in the whole. You add something,
We take it to Nitro World Games. I do a few there. I start getting more confident. My no-handers start getting bigger, and I throw my run. I'm satisfied with it. For no reason, I think it's a winning run, but I'm satisfied. That's the run I wanted to do. That's the run it happened. I don't care the result. This is what I wanted to do.
Yep.
And I start seeing the scores on the other riders, and none of them is beating me. And we're up to, I went from 7th to 6th to 5th to 4th.
And at this point, you haven't even done your big trip. You haven't even done your.
No, because it was just one run.
Right.
Yeah.
So I did my run.
Yeah.
I did my run, and now I'm on the podium. And then, the next riders left is Harry Bink, Josh Sheehan, Clinton Moore, and Levi Sherwood.
I mean, they're all big hitters.
Yeah.
They're all legit, real big hitters.
So Harry Bink goes for his run. He goes for a rock solid flip. He messes up. He has a dead sailor.
There you go.
He's like, man,
his done.
I got it. I'm still in third place.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Josh Sheehan goes for his run. He does his big 360 heel clickers. He does his double flip, big double grab flip of the third gear ramp. It's like, okay, yeah, it's a solid run. Well, I enjoy being on the podium. Hell yeah, sweet. He didn't beat me on the score. And oh my God.
Yeah.
2 more riders to go, and I'm still on the podium.
You're like, I'm podium no matter what. Yeah. The math here works out that I'm on this motherfucker no matter what happens.
So Clinton Moore goes for his run, solid run, goes for the vault, goes for his Bundy variable thing. He's doing
that's the vault thing, though, right?
We call it the trick of Sophie Kyle.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
He does the vault of the third gear ramp, which no one else has done.
Okay.
Which is massive.
Kyle did.
So it's like, we're still third place. This is amazing.
Right.
He goes for a 360, and the altitude plays him bad. He under rotates and washes out, goes down. 2 jumps to go.
Just moving up like a motherfucker.
Right.
And I'm like, oh my God, I'm in second place.
This could really happen. Yeah.
And next one up is Levi Sherwood. And I'm here divided because I know the only trick he can mess up is his double backflip combo. And I really didn't want him I didn't want to beat him like that.
Yeah. You don't want to put that juju on.
No.
Yeah.
If he crashes doing a double flip combo,
you'll be sad.
Consequences are no.
It's huge injury, possibility.
Yeah.
He did not. He won the contest, but for me, it felt like a victory.
For sure.
Oh yeah,
dude.
Those are
I mean,
and that's my second most proud trophy I had.
I mean,
what was the first? The most proud?
Speed and style silver.
Oh, that's right. That's what you said. That,
yeah.
As you can see, I'm never gold medal except for the World Championships. But,
I mean, except for that, but
you've won smaller events or series, though, right? I feel like you.
Yeah. I mean, I won
So I mean, you have championships in some aspects,
but it's okay. Also,
I left my country with the hope of turning the best freestyle rider in the world.
Sure.
Which it didn't happen.
Well, I mean,
I was there.
You're right there with them. It's not like
I was part of the 1%.
Right.
Yes,
yeah.
It was a smaller
and
percentage
of that. I still feel like I'm part at least of the 2% now. So
I think you're still in the 1%.
I think
honestly.
I think you're all right in that 1% pretty safely.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And
hey,
that's pretty much my career.
I want to talk
candy.
Hey, real quick, I just want to say thank you because this is by far the most linear, smooth, like steady.
Yeah, Homeboy's a good talker. He'll shut us up and
but
he's
like you know it
I,
chronologically so well, and I'm blown away because I don't know my own career, and I didn't have nearly as many things to talk about as you.
I have to. I've been writing a bunch of CVs, resumes.
You don't have to explain it, dude.
I know my.
It's amazing. I love it too. Like, it's been a great interview. Yeah. I want to go back. I want to talk about, like, so I saw, were you sponsored your gear companies that you rode for? TLD?
Yeah, I was going to say, saw TLD
yeah.
on that.
I'm a big fan of Troy.
When you got silver there.
Yeah, for a little bit, when I first moved to California, I was sponsored by No Fear.
Okay.
On the later years.
What did you think of that gear? Did you like it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
But I loved it because I'm a 90s kid.
Yep.
Yep.
All I wanted was No Fear when No Fear went to Chile.
Right. It's McGrath again. Going back to McGrath. Yeah. There you go.
And all that.
TP and
I wanted
McGrath,
to be a No Fear. Yeah. I wanted to be a No Fear spy guy back then.
Mm-hmm.
And I was for a little bit, and it was amazing. And then No Fear went Chapter 11.
Yep.
And that's when I got Troy Lee Designs for a little bit, and I loved it too because I got my custom helmets for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't a big fan of the gear designs they had. For some reason, it wasn't my jam. But But hey, I was getting much gear than I ever needed.
I see one over your right shoulder. I guess it would be. There's a TLD.
Well, that's my bronze X Games medal jersey.
What about the other side?
And that one, it's my World Championships.
Oh, okay.
Jersey.
Yep.
And then lots of trophies in the background too.
You can see that big one is the World Championships one.
Nice.
And
oh yeah, there we go. There's lots.
There's plenty of trophies up there.
See?
Yeah, I mean, I had a bunch of trophies, but there's two things. I don't live from the past.
Sure.
You know, like, once I do something, that's over, let's move on to the next goal.
Mm-hmm.
And I slowly realized it's been a great weight on the shoulder of my kids.
Oh.
Because you're the son of.
Right.
And I don't want that for them. I want to be the father of. I don't want them to be the son of.
Right.
So then trophies are on second plane for me now.
Yep.
Like,
do your kids, do they still ride? Are they still involved in motocross or no?
Not as much. My older kid likes dirt bikes a lot, but things are expensive and we don't race anymore. He has jumped the ramp a few times. But they're pretty good at BMX freestyle.
Yeah.
And I encourage that a lot because I can really afford that.
Yeah. Well, hey.
Because bicycles are cheap.
Yep.
In comparison.
You know
what though? Yeah. I will say bicycles can be as expensive. Like you could spend a lot of money on a bicycle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nowadays, especially, Jesus.
Crazy right now, yeah.
Crazy. When was the first time you got hooked up with Rockstar? And how'd that happen? Like, I know you said...
Well, he told us.
I know.
It was because he said, fuck Red Bull.
Yeah, I know. But so Rockstar came at you and they were like, hey, you just worked out a deal, whatever?
Here's a helmet. Here's a monthly paycheck. here's all the Rockstar you can drink. I hope you don't like your tip that very much, or your heart.
Or your heart, yeah.
Oh,
did you get the
down for kidney stones?
Yeah, right.
Did you get the Rockstar like tour waters also, or no?
Yeah, I got
good.
those, and I got the fridge that's still rocking out there. Now.
Yeah, there you go.
The kids here just found out the other day. Like I have some whatever Monster / Rockstar, like waters.
Podium water. I don't know why you call it tour water.
Tour water, podium water.
It's podium water.
Monster says tour water on it. You can.
Yeah. Rockstar was always podium drink.
Yeah, podium
the kids are just blown away though. They're like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, no."
Water in it?
Like these are athletes.
But it's a Rockstar can.
Which again, okay, getting back, I think I read something today. Like you take your health and cardio seriously. Yeah, you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you sort of have to be at that level.
I mean,
mostly
me too.
Mostly because
just
mostly because it makes practicing, it makes riding easier,
right?
And also because when you get hurt, you heal faster.
Right.
100%. Yeah.
That's.
When did you learn that? Did you learn that early or late? Sometimes, I mean, I'm still trying to learn it. I get it, but it's hard.
I always had good guidance. Like before I left my country, I had a good personal trainer.
Yep.
That coached me like that. It's like, dude, the healthier you are, the faster you heal.
Yeah.
Right.
And then because my motocross background, I noticed when I stopped training motocross and cardio, I wasn't able to practice my tricks as long, and I was losing focus quicker.
Yeah.
But when I went back into shape, I could hit the ramp 20, 30 minutes in a row and stay in focus the whole time.
Yep.
That's why. And mostly because, then I got sponsored by Canvas. And
Canvas. Ryan Villapoto and Scummy?
Chuck Carruthers and
Chuck Carruthers.
Michael Lee.
I thought the Scummy had something to do with Canvas for some reason.
No, that he's with the Underwood Skivvies.
Skivvy.
Yeah. No, it was Chuck. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Chuck.
He
Carruthers,
talked about it. Yeah.
Michael Lee.
Michael Lee, you know him too.
Yeah.
He racing. Yeah, no.
He was.
And they send me. Their sizing is a little bit smaller than regular sizing.
Son of a bitch, those assholes. Oh fuck. That's
not nice. Trying to make people
That's
feel
not
fat.
nice. Yeah, fuck it.
So I was size 30 on Troy Lee's.
I was too.
Size 30.
Now I'm in a 38.
In your tits.
Yeah, Levi's says I'm a 38. I say I'm a 30. Levi's tells me different.
You identify as a 30.
Yeah. It's a fucking sizing. It's not me.
Yeah.
So when they sent me the pants, they wouldn't fit properly. I look like a freaking burrito.
Preach to the choir, kid. I get it.
So I was like, well, this is pretty funny too. So when I was sponsored by Troy Lee, and I was like letting myself go a little bit by then, because I wasn't fully competing anymore.
Yeah, we're partying.
I was getting gear for me and my kids, and so me and my kids had the same sets.
Yeah.
Since there were different sizes, so I got my 30 pants, and my older kid had the 26 or the 28 size, and I go on tour with one of my son's pants, and I put them on.
Oh no!
And they're not buckling up, and I'm like, oh, okay, we gotta get back in shape. Like I need to get serious on this.
It's not the fat that's making me look fat. It's the pants that's making me look fat. No, it's not me. It's the pants.
I had to do a whole show with the buckle open because I couldn't close it.
Jeff's done a lot of shit with his buckle open.
Yeah.
And I mean, some people might have called it a show.
Yeah.
But
I've been paid for it a time or two.
They were just paying you to buckle it back up.
No, they weren't. You don't know the people I know.
I'm pretty glad. I'm pretty sure I'm glad I don't know the people you know.
Amen.
Well, and then I kept my fitness mostly as an example for my kids. Like
man, I should probably work on that.
For my kids. Because I noticed my kids were too much into video, especially when the online schooling started. All they did was sit on the computer, they weren't doing nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, I can tell them to go do something, but if I'm not doing anything, I have no morals.
Lead by example,
so I started working out with them. And they both joined me on them, and now they're...
Can you repeat that, please? Just, I mean, the whole thing you just said, like, that. Yes. Okay, so your kid, you have to lead by example, but your kids aren't doing it. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah, this household needs some of that.
You need to lead by example around here.
No, I mean,
maybe you could be the example.
Yeah, which is
I've never heard that happen.
I know.
Usually we use you as an example of things not to be doing. But
when I'm the lead man in charge,
that's
we're in for
scary scenario.
The fucking ship is going down.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Abandoned ship.
Also, like my kids have also been my inspiration a lot of times. Like I've been like ready to hang my boots in pain, injured. And it's like, this is it. Like, I'm done with this. Like, you know how it is the first 2 weeks after an injury. Like,
I know how it is.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Like, I'm selling the bikes first thing on Monday. You know?
I've literally never said that, though. Never said I was selling anything.
I did. I got sick of getting hurt, and I'm not. Yeah, I did. Called me untalented.
I don't mean bike. I've never sold anything. I don't think. I just have a hoarding problem.
Me too. But amen.
So the thing is, like, I'm in pain lane, and then I look at my kids and like, no, dude, like they can see like no matter how many times you go down, you gotta stand up again.
That's right.
So because of that, they've been my inspiration. I owe to them to be an example.
Absolutely, and that's amazing to you know. I mean, that's
I think you're doing a
awesome
pretty
attitude. Yep,
fantastic job.
Yeah, that's good.
Somebody told me you love scrambled eggs for breakfast on the day of your shows. True or no?
That used to be back in the day when I was like full on a.
Is that a superstitious thing, or is that
no? It was
just nutrition.
It was a nutrition thing.
Oh, okay.
But
not like Emmett and his potatoes. He had to have potatoes the night before the race.
It was a nutrition thing, but then I noticed because I was really strict.
Yeah, I think he got sick of it. I think he was not happy with the fucking eggs every day. Like he was.
No, I don't mind. I really don't mind
eggs.
about them.
I had eggs
but
today
the
for
thing
breakfast.
is, like, not all the time I would have access to getting eggs when I was overseas.
Right.
Ostrich eggs.
No, it's hard. I mean, there are countries where that's just not the norm.
Yeah.
It's hard to find that stuff.
And they're not the same quality of eggs that we get here.
Sure.
And that could feel the energy not being there.
Oh, well.
So I was like, I got to retrain my body to be able to work with any kind of food, not just a strict diet.
Yep.
And I diversify I'm not afraid of trying new things.
Well, I know, and like, I feel like in Europe, I don't think I ate an egg in Europe at all. Do they just not eat eggs over there?
No, they do. They have the scrambled eggs, but they just suck.
Well, I don't think I ever ate. It just seemed like it was meat and bread all the time. Like
bread,
lots of bread and lots of random,
loading,
but weird. Like I mean, like cold cuts.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many kinds of bread.
Yeah. There was a lot of bread.
You want sourdough? You want fucking French?
Bread you never heard of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Dude,
White,
all the
wheat,
colors,
we got it all.
All the shapes.
Yeah.
All the seeds.
But I will say, I think some of the best food I ate in my entire life was honestly like Africa, like in Uganda. Everything was fresh. Nothing had ever been refrigerated. There was very few refrigerators.
Makes sense.
So like all the fruit was like picked off the trees that like the day before or that morning, or like the meat was fresh, not refrigerated. They were killing that animal that day and butchering it, and like it was crazy.
It's warm, not from the oven. It's warm from the fucking heartbeat of the blood. Yeah.
No, it was. But the food was awesome, though.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
I like it. Hey, tell me about...
Now my breakfast is just coffee and almond milk.
There you go. So do you have a property in Southern California where you live at now, or I feel like I saw a video the other day with like some sheep. What's this?
Oh no, that's a friend's property. Like 20 minutes
I like
from
it.
my house.
I love some sheep. I like to shake a sheep
that behaves like, and that sheep behaves like a dog for some reason. I mean, it moves rice with dogs. So
I love it.
It's so funny.
Yeah,
Jeff loves sheep. I believe
sheep.
that.
Yeah, shake a sheep.
I always wondered what those Velcro gloves were for, but now I know.
Now along with the boots.
Yeah, got the tall boots.
Yep.
Sheep and boots.
Oh God! Hey, tell me. I have another question. We may be jumping around a little bit at this point, but
that's all right.
So, what was the helmets you wore? And I noticed your helmets had like super metal flake, which I love. I'm a metal flake guy. Like you had some metal flaky helmets.
Oh well, those were the Rockstar Troy Lee helmets,
Okay.
and that was all Troy Lee's idea.
That was
They
Troy?
still love the flaky, and I loved it too.
Yeah.
I loved how especially at stadiums.
Right. Under the lights, the metal flake pops good.
It was amazing. Rockstar didn't like it that much. Well, screw them. They let me go like 4 years.
Why? Hang on. What?
Because they wanted like flat black and.
No, they wanted the militia look. They wanted that flat look on everything. Yeah.
It's weird
So
they're
every time-
struggling. Yeah.
Right.
It's weird they're not successful. They're like, we just need to
I wouldn't say they're not successful.
I would.
They just. I feel like they're more race oriented almost
no,
now, but
no.
I don't know. Yeah.
Not successful is what
Not
I call
successful.
it. Yeah. Fuck. I mean, it's terrible. We have a fucking.
Nah,
It sounds like
It's gone now.
It sounds like an Australian. What's that instrument? The
Didgeridoo.
didgeridoo. Yes,
yeah.
that's it. Do you hear it? I feel like I hear a didgeridoo. Oh, there it goes. It's gone. It's gone. Didgeridoo's gone.
It's all good.
How about Valvoline? Were you sponsored by Valvoline, or did they just
For a whole year.
Nice.
That's cool.
like paychecks or just product
Paychecks.
Nice.
It was a paycheck, and one day, well, I had products for my bike, and one day I asked him if I could get some oil for my vehicles too, and I came back from practice. There was a pallet full of freaking oil for my truck.
There you go.
I'd take
Which was
that.
a pain in the ass to get in. Yeah, I did. I still have a few cases. That
Right? How could you not?
You're like, we do oil changes every 3,000 miles, like on the I mean, like that's the easy side. So you sent me a pallet of oil.
I wait until start making weird noises.
I like it.
Yeah.
What about do you still run the fist gloves?
Well, that's another thing. Like, thanks to Nitro Circus, I got sponsored by Fist for a little bit.
Okay.
And then it was like for 2 years, and then the writer rep stopped replying to my messages, which was like, well, okay, dude, yeah, I'm not that relevant anymore. No big deal. I get it. Besides, I already screwed you over with freaking 50 gloves. I don't need it anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
But a year later, I realized, like, damn, I'm running out of gloves because I gave a bunch of them away.
It happens. I still Greg all the time.
Mostly because I got this backyard of this skate park backyard in my backyard, and I was teaching a bunch of kids to backflip scooters and BMX, and I would tell once I could see they were scared, I tell like, dude, if you go for this backflip, whether you land it or not, I will give you a set of gloves. Yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome though.
Then I didn't take into account that would be like freaking 200 kids that would come here for gloves.
Yeah. We're flipping it.
Yeah. But I coach a bunch of kids in my neighborhood, like on flipping and air awareness.
Oh, that's
which
cool.
made me realize that was another passion of mine, which was coaching, which I haven't been able to fulfill because all the freaking regulations here in California. But it's something I would really like to get.
You're back in that dictatorship now.
Yeah, absolutely. and then like a couple weeks ago, I sent a message to Fist directly to the Fist Instagram, telling them like, "Hey guys, I've been posting all these POV videos, and the first thing you can see is a freaking glove. Will you guys mind sending me something else?
Yeah.
Like you guys used to." A few days later, I had a box full of gloves, so.
Nice.
We're back on it again, so we're
back.
going to try the same thing with the helmets and the boots.
Thank you, Fist.
Yes.
Yeah.
But as they should. I mean.
No, that's good.
Like, yeah. Guys still trying to do shows and trying to be productive.
Well, that's the problem. There's not.
Yeah.
You can try all you want. There's nowhere to go. Guatemala. You could do it that way.
Yeah.
If you don't mind riding a bike that is not even similar to
Yeah. Another. Have you always ridden Hondas? Did you ever ride two strokes, or did you ever?
Well, I think I've been on pretty much every brand except for Husqvarna and TM.
Oh.
But
well, you said he had a factory like the KTM
sponsorship,
the racing deal.
Yeah.
But then
that wasn't in Chile though. That was in.
Yeah, it was in Chile.
Oh, it was in Chile. Okay.
Yeah, so my first freestyle bike was a KTM
Okay.
125, then it was a KTM 250. Then I switched to YC 250. I was sponsored by Yamaha from Chile for a little bit.
Oh, okay.
Then when I moved to US, I bought a Yamaha here. Then I bought myself the Suzuki because I got a better deal, but the bike sucked.
Yeah.
What year was the Suzuki?
The last year they...
Does it fucking matter? It could have...
No, yeah.
Could be 84 to
No,
2020. It's the same bike.
Stroke.
It's the same shit.
It was last year they had the... It was the year they had the Carmichael replica, and I think it was the last year they had the two-stroke, so 2005, I think.
Those actually were like decent. They had a great motor in them.
Yeah,
they were decent bikes.
Who you lying to?
No, they were okay.
No power. The power wasn't the problem because it's freestyle.
Right.
Yeah.
But the geometry of the bike wasn't that great for tricks. Like my whips went to shit. And that might be my size versus that geometry.
Sure.
You know,
I was going to say, didn't Jake Wyndham ride a Suzuki? He rode them. Same era.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He seemed to...
Then
he was a big dude.
Yeah.
Then I went back to Yamahas for a little bit, and then my first four-stroke was a Honda.
Oh, okay.
And then I stayed on Hondas for a while until Vicky Goldman got me a deal with Suzuki again. And I was like,
BG.
I didn't have any good experience with Suzuki's. I'm not so sure. And she's like, don't worry about it. I'm sponsored by Suzuki. I can get you any parts that you need. And I was sold. Okay. It was like $5,000 each bike, so I bought two. And 6 months later, Vicky jumps into Kawasaki.
Of course.
Whoops.
Yeah, thanks, Vic.
Yeah, and now I'm stuck with the Suzuki. But now, so I got this contest in Brazil at the beginning of the year, and the only bike they could get me was a Honda. So I'm like looking everywhere for a Honda. Then I ended up calling Nitro. No one wanted to rent me a Honda here, so I could practice and take.
But you got to bring parts too. Like, I mean,
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
like, you can't just show up and ride a stock fucking Honda. Like, I mean,
So I call Nitro Circus and I tell them, would you guys rent me one of your spare bikes so I can compete this contest in Brazil, and they'll bring it back. And they reply almost immediately. They go like, yeah, come pick it up next week.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you guys haven't said how much it's going to be rent.
Yeah.
They're like, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it
just-
once you get here.
you're like, I'm already,
That always worries me a little.
That'll get
Just show up. We'll take care of it.
Get here. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know.
So I go there.
I've been
they have the
fooled by
bike for
that
me,
once or twice.
And they told me like, no, dude, you're part of the family. Don't worry about it. Use it as much as you need it. And
That's what they said to me too.
And I got it, rode it once, and I told them, any chance you guys would sell this one to me because I freaking love it. I don't
I
want
like
to go
it.
back to my Suzuki.
Yeah.
And we're in conversations of that now. I'm just waiting to hear back from them and see what's the deal they're gonna give me because I really like that bike. And
They can afford it. Just tell them it's part of the next contract.
Yeah.
yeah, dude, I would actually lower my fee,
Right.
to pay for that bike.
Right.
Because
That good.
I really like it. And also,
It's a Honda Crater.
I know. I haven't ridden the new ones.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
I haven't ridden
and it's
anything
my
newer.
first
Well, I have a
bike with,
19, but
Well, this is a 19 too.
oh, okay.
But
They
it's
are good.
barely even ridden. It's barely
Right.
even ridden.
So is his. Yeah.
Yeah, mine
There's
too.
there's a good, if you go to my Instagram, there's a good video of him tipping
Oh,
over
God,
in a corner
yeah.
at a slow speed.
Good day.
This pathetic fuck. I mean,
And well, my favorite part, it has electric start, and I got short legs, so
Yeah.
I don't need to freaking balance my foot on a rock, so I can start it in the middle of the track.
I love it. I
That's
love
funny.
it. So I do. Okay, I want to talk about a little quick. At least we're probably closing in, but you have a brother, like, because I do. I remember back in the day, like, I feel like you guys came in hot on the set, and like you guys are both pretty talented. And then obviously, I feel like you went way further than your brother. But what's your brother's story? What's his deal? Like,
Well, my brother's he's 4 years younger than me.
Okay.
He's pretty much been following my footsteps.
oh, and I saw an interview too. You're way smarter than him. They asked you guys a bunch of questions, and you knocked him out of the park, and he was just struggling miserably.
He's well. The thing is, like, it's not that I'm smarter than him.
I'm
like,
kidding. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've worked my interview part of my brain.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
Which is
Like,
yeah.
Like I prepare myself for interviews.
Yep.
He does not.
Yeah.
But that's it. Like, I feel more comfortable talking in front of a camera than he
Right.
does.
For sure. It happens. It's different people, different. Your brother's talented though. I mean,
Yeah, I would say, if you ask me, and I tell this to everyone, he's way more talented than me.
okay.
Yeah, but is that
in my
just because you think less of yourself because of the way you were raised to be humble and?
No, I mean, because tricks come easier for him
okay.
than they do for me.
Yeah.
But that also play against me, if
Right.
you ask me. This is my personal opinion, and I could be absolutely wrong.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, because everything has always been hard for me, and I always, like, struggled to learn tricks. If I'm learning a new trick and I struggle, it's just the norm. For him, it's always been easy. Like, 3 jumps and he has a new trick.
Right.
So as soon as he gets a trick that it takes a little bit more of work to get, he moves on.
Right.
Over
So
it.
in the long run, that affects his bag of tricks.
Right.
But he's still, like, all the tricks he does, it took him no more than 5 jumps to get.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. What's he doing these days?
That's probably why I didn't do freestyle too. It just came so easy that I just
Well, now, because, he lived with me here in California for a little bit.
Yep.
But as brothers do, you can't live with each
Fight.
other forever.
Yep.
Right.
And he ended up going back to Texas, living with my parents.
Yep.
And then he got married over there, and now he has his own house, and he's working at a circus on the central East Coast.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
He's doing those FMX shows over there.
Yeah.
He sometimes go overseas, stuff like that. But he's more on the not so flashy side of FMX.
But he's still doing FMX, right?
Yeah, he's still on it 24/7. He's still, like, if you ask me on the FMX side of things, he's probably doing better than me because he can still make it for a living.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm selling candy.
Again, that's kind of that's like, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about it. You're selling diabetes, all right?
Let's talk about the. I mean,
child obesity.
What do you want to do? What are your hopes?
All the blame for that.
What are your hopes and dreams? What do you want to do still with freestyle? Do you want to keep going? What do you want to do for the end of your?
Definitely not sell candy. Definitely not that.
That's not your dream.
Not my dream. I still think I have a lot more to offer to FMX.
Good.
Maybe not at a Luke Ackerman level. The German kid that freaking throw his bike around and make it spin 2 or 3 times if he wants to.
Yeah. I have his name written down here somewhere. Yeah.
He's amazing, dude. I freaking love his style. Aggressive. It looks like he's on the verge of crashing every time, but he does not. And even when he crashes, like, there's more damage on the ground than it is in him.
Right.
The guy's undestructible.
Yeah.
But I think I still have so much to offer to FMX. I have to show. I want to show what I have. Like, there's so much I still want to show.
Well, we've talked to a fairly solid number of guys that are older than you and still going strong, and I don't think that the 37 number is what it once was, especially in freestyle. I don't know why there's a lot of guys getting a lot of leverage and a lot of time.
Yeah, well, when I started doing FMX when I was 18, 17, they told me, after 25 you won't be able to do this anymore.
Right.
Suck it.
Yeah.
Right. Well, and like you say, you like to be fit. Your health matters to you, and that's going to keep your career moving the right direction.
He's like myself. He's a fucking athlete.
He's a fucking athlete, just like you.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
He gets it. He understands the healthy lifestyle. I mean, we're brothers on that. Yeah.
Totally.
And in the long run, I would like to really pass my knowledge to the next generation if we ever get a next generation.
Right.
I really, like I mentioned before, I'm really passionate about coaching.
I would too. I just don't have any knowledge.
Yeah, not a lot to pass on.
Yeah, no. There's not a lot there. I would like to, but I don't have a lot to donate. There's not much up there.
Well, and that's been like my thing because tricks have been hard for me to learn.
Mm-hmm.
I've been having to learn it step by step, and I've been having to be forced to understand how the trick works.
Well, that's what I say. It'd be easier to break it down and try to teach that to somebody if you've had to kind of break it down already for yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great
So
fucking Crater, you should call this guy after maybe he can teach
help
you.
me.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
Well, and I've done already. I coach this kid, Davey J, for a little bit. He was part of Nitro World Games. He did the Decade Air.
Yeah.
Nitro World Games with the rotor thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't coach any of that. That was all him.
Yeah.
But his basic skills for Kiss of Death, holographs, and
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there you go.
regular tricks.
That's
I'm coaching through that.
That's cool though. That had to feel good, regardless. At some,
It felt good. It felt good. I would love to watch someone progress through my knowledge, and also for some reason
he took the
I
shit
don't
you
know
taught
why.
him and progressed it to the deck.
Yeah, I took it to
But
his own
your
level.
wheels, you helped him on that.
The baseline.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, for some reason, I feel the responsibility to avoid the next generation the amount of injuries that we had to
Sure.
get to our level.
Well, and I was gonna say that Nitro Games has helped because I feel like Nitro Games or Nitro Circus has kind of helped develop the airbag systems
For sure.
and I mean these safer landing systems that
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
What do you think?
I crash on the airbag landings and it's like, none, it doesn't even happen.
right.
What do you think of the freestyle motocross industry these days? Like, you've obviously been there from the early like, where are we at? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Where's it going?
I feel like right now, as a whole sport, we're on a lump. Like every sport.
Let's
goes
talk
up
about
and
it.
down.
Let's go back like a year and a half ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
yeah. even
pre-COVID.
before- yeah.
Where was it going? You know what I mean? Was it going the right direction?
No, it was going down.
Oh,
before
it is.
COVID. COVID just rushed it.
Well, right.
Yeah. But
Right,
what are we
it
doing?
was
What are we
less
going to
and
do to
less
fix
shows.
it? Or can we?
Well,
I mean, what do we?
I think this COVID is actually, like, even though it rushed the decline of freestyle, it's going to help it
Right. When everything opens back
rise
up.
again. Because
People just want to see shows.
Yeah, people was over watching. Like, dude, like, I was going to shows and people was like, oh, can you do doubles? Can you do triple flips? And I'm like,
Right.
dude,
One guy has
Dude.
done triple flip.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
leave me alone.
Yeah.
Leave me alone. Like,
You
enjoy
write
the
me a
show,
check
man.
that cashes, I can fucking do anything.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, if it's a big enough, if there's enough zeros on it, and
We'll figure it out.
it cashes, I'll do it.
If we start on a minimum of 80 grand, on my win.
There you go. Yeah, 80 grand's the
gonna
starting
guarantee
point,
it.
people. Promoters, fucking listen to this guy.
That's right.
But I mean, we were in a slump, and we were going down before COVID. But I think, like, all this vacation of freestyle, like, people was over it, watching the same shows, same tricks every day,
Mm-hmm.
and this whole year of not having anything is going to help.
I believe,
gonna
yeah.
help to-
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Maybe I'm being, like,
No, I don't. Yeah,
too positive, but I know I have that hope.
I do too. You would like
Yeah.
to think it has to get back to normal at some point. Like, I know lots of people in this industry that, I mean, everybody's been struggling to do shows, but I know the industry was hot on shows regardless if they were good shows or bad shows. Like, there were shows everywhere. I mean, there was just, everybody had ramps out there doing shows, whether they're fucking circus shows, whether they're demos at motocross shops, I mean, there was plenty of work. Now,
Well, I do think it was on the decline though, for sure. But
yeah, it wasn't. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and the thing is, like, there were I'm not going to say plenty of shows. There were a decent amount of shows,
Sure.
but they were paying less and less.
right, the
But
living
the
isn't what
rates
it once
was still the same.
Right.
Yeah, like I was doing shows for 10 grand in South America, you know,
yeah.
for a 50-minute show, and
And
I was making 5 grand here in the U.S. for the same amount of riding.
Right.
And you're in a
And now
foreign
we're
country
struggling,
with foreign hospitals and everything.
Yeah, we're making
Now
double
we're
the money.
struggling to get $1,500.
Yeah, but
Right.
still,
We're struggling to get
that money can
$1,500
fucking evaporate quick when you have get a good injury in a foreign country.
Sure.
But, I mean, yeesh,
Absolutely, yeah.
shit happens. Do you have any good story? Where was the favorite place you traveled to, or where's the worst place you traveled to?
Well, my favorite place, it would be Japan, because I'm a huge nerd.
Okay, talk to me. Tell me about Japan, because I don't think for me that would be like my worst. So I want to, tell me about it. Talk me into it.
When I when I was growing up in Chile, anime was a huge thing.
Okay.
Like everyone from my generation was a huge fan of anime, Dragon Ball Z, and Naruto, Pokemon, all that. So when I went to Japan, all I wanted to do was go to the freaking, and it's funny because they're adult toys, but they're not.
Right.
They're toys for adults.
That's what I always say too. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. No, these are no.
So I went there and I spent a ridiculous amount of money and all.
I've done that too.
Figures.
Yeah, yours were definitely real sex toys, Jeff.
It's a ball gag. What's this ball gag?
Yeah,
You're like, I don't know. Don't question it.
And I mean, because of me watching anime and all that through my younger years, I wanted to see how it was and see their culture, and for me it was a great experience.
Yeah, it had to be exciting. I mean,
yeah, and then again, because I'm a huge nerd, I love freaking ancient history. So when I went to Greece and I saw all the, all the temples and all that, that was amazing too. Those were my two favorite places. And the worst one was probably Guatemala last weekend.
Perfect.
Damn it.
I mean, that's bookends.
Yeah.
You've done a lot of you've done a lot of Red Bull X Fighters. You were a Rockstar athlete, but the Red Bull X Fighters those events are just like legit. Like Red Bull shit, they just put it to a different level.
They were something else.
Yeah.
I mean, that trip to Japan and Greece for Red Bull X Fighters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And,
you did the one at Glen Helen, right?
Yeah, I did both at Glen Helen.
That was a shit show, wasn't it? The Glen Helen.
He loved it.
The first year was amazing.
Oh, it was.
The second year was the windy one that you had to get canceled.
Yeah. So the second one. I'm gonna forget his name right now.
It's all right. Struggling like me. I appreciate
Nevada, like Northern Nevada kid. I feel like.
Not Mason. Not
North.
Drake McElroy.
Yeah, Drake.
Okay.
So Drake
Justin
was like
Miller,
a tester.
Matt Biden.
Drake. We already got it.
All right.
Yeah.
Good. Go.
Drake.
Yeah, he was the track test.
Yeah, he track tested, right? So I feel like he was talking about Glen Helen and how gnarly it was, and like, and it might have been the one that was windy, and he didn't want to jump any of the stuff, and he was telling the promoters
like both years
Both years.
were insane. Like the course was like out there. There were jumps there were stuff there were a few jumps I didn't do.
Oh, really?
There were.
Right.
There was one step up I did it once and was like, okay, this sucks. It's not really worth jumping.
Right.
And there was this huge step down that I think only taught.
I think Holman did. Yeah.
No, that was not at Glen Helen, dude. You're talking about Elsinore.
Oh, that was a Blue Torch thing. Yeah.
Years ago. Yeah.
And then the following year, he had like huge tabletops, huge like massive jumps. The wall ride was always amazing.
Right.
I love that wall ride. And but it was too windy to enjoy.
Right. And I think that's the one Drake was at Holman's house for whatever reason. Maybe he was doing the show at the Arena Cross or something, but he stayed there, I stayed there, and we were just sitting on the couch bullshitting, and he was talking about that. I think the windy year when it was just like too sketchy, and he had to tell the promoters, no, like this isn't good, we can't do this.
Yeah. They keep pushing it and pushing it and pushing it, and they say like, you guys are not going to do this. It's not worth it.
Did I see a video today of you? Did you hit like a quarter pipe into a flare, like off a? I feel like I saw a video of you doing that.
I've done it into foam pits. It took me only 5 years to get the right rotation.
Only 5 years. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
You said you work at something. You weren't lying.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was awkward to not get it right.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Yeah, fuck. I mean, talking to
and
guys who don't even flip. I mean,
I was getting closer and closer, and I think I was getting ready to get it to dirt, and then there was a confusion with the owner of the place I was riding at, and I got banned from that place. And now I haven't been able to get that foam pit again.
It's happened to me too.
Right. You've been banned from a couple places. Yeah.
I've been banned from a few places. I've been banned from an establishment or two. I don't get along with people, apparently.
Yeah, you're hard to get along with. I could see that.
People say I'm an asshole. I don't get it.
Look at you.
I'm a nice guy.
Look at your stupid neck. Just saying.
What do you want? We do. I got some tattoos. I mean,
that'll give you the wrong impression.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody walks in looking like this guy. He's got fucking long hair and pigtails and half the time.
He's banned immediately.
Yeah, banned. This guy out. There's children in here. Yeah, he can't be here.
I look good. Stop it. Man, this was fun.
Yeah, this was good, man. Thank you for
thank you.
for coming on. Yeah,
we had a great time.
Sorry it took me so long to.
No, this is normal. Like
we're
always.
To your message.
You were in fucking Guatemala.
Oh no, he's talking about reply. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
you're in
reply
Guatemala.
to, because the thing is, like, I've been for some reason lately, I've been getting all this, on the DMs, I get all these like cam girls say like, check out this link.
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Yeah. He sent you that side one too.
No, this whole thing. I mean, yeah.
And I've been getting like a bunch of scams too, like, you know.
Oh yeah.
Again, this is one of them.
Him. Yeah, he is actually also has some offshore accounts that he's always trying to get some money into. So
for real,
someone will fall. Someone will fall for it. Don't give up.
Don't give up. Somebody will fall for it. He says.
You did tonight.
Yeah, look, we got you.
I got 2 hours out of you.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate it. And
thank you.
You are a talent, and you got a good career. I mean, I hope
keep working. I can't imagine that it doesn't come back for you to some degree. I don't want you to have to keep going to work 9 to 5 every day. Yeah,
it has to.
I don't really mind it. It's a steady paycheck.
Yep. Sure,
I mean,
sure.
Riding dirt bikes is a lot more fun.
Right.
Exactly.
Not as steady like you say, maybe, but it is more fun.
I mean, sometimes you gotta, trade the risk of, not knowing where you're next.
Yeah, it's always risk reward. I mean,
obviously, for sure.
Because
you got kids to put through college, probably.
I'm not really built for a steady life.
Right.
Me neither.
Yeah, I hear you.
Amen. Amen, brother.
Well, thank you for coming on.
It was fun.
This is great. Yeah. Super good. Way more information than I feel like we normally get. Like, just laid out so clean and clear. This has been a good one.
Yeah. I feel like dude ran the podcast better than like he was. He's like, hey, shut up! Like, I'm gonna talk now and tell you, like, dude was a professional. Like, I enjoy it. I appreciate it. I love it.
Interviews.
Yeah,
he said it
as he did.
He wasn't bullshitting.
People need to they need to listen to this and all of our future guests.
This is the one we're going to use to sell it.
I'm not going to say
it ran smoothly.
I've dealing with the freestyle motocross community might not be the easiest all the time. There's
cut us some slack because there's a lot of concussions going on.
That's true. Really We've talked about that.
Me as well. So it's special talking to special.
I'm just trying to keep it as a space as possible. Give it a few years for the brain to stop shaking.
There you go.
Before I hit it again.
Sometimes
it doesn't go as planned, but I try.
You're pushing it.
Well, wear a good helmet.
Yeah,
that matters.
It does.
I like it, man.
Well, cool.
Good story.
Yeah, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, it was fun.
We
learned a lot.
Yeah, we'll reach out again. I'm sure we enjoyed talking to you.
Yeah, we'll be in contact. I don't know if I'm
going to be able to set up another 2-hour long story, but I'll give it a shot.
We can do it. We can
always do it.
Yeah,
I'll definitely do it.
For sure. All right, buddy. Have a good night.
Man.
Cool. Thank you.
You guys too.
Yep.
Thank you, bud.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Crater.
That was solid. Like, I don't know what to say. That was just...
It went by fast. Like, dude was good.
This was informative. Like,
yeah.
And knew that it's just... Like, I feel like he must have had notes. Like, dude just laid it out. One after another.
Crater, I have notes and I wasn't that good.
I know. You suck, though.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm impressed, too. I feel like this 2 in a row you've had notes.
Homeboy, but this is not his...
he nailed it.
He's not trying to do a podcast. The guy's a freestyle motor. Like, he was on point.
He said he likes to prepare for his interviews.
And I appreciate that. Struggling with your mic here. Jerking it off, or what are you doing here? Fuck.
It's just loose. It's bugging me.
You're gonna catch one. Fix it off air though. How about that? Yeah.
From that thing.
That's not. I don't know you're gonna catch it. Yeah. Fix it off air. So.
We're it'll be fine.
People,
thanks for listening.
Yeah. It's kind of a long one.
Hope you enjoyed Javier. It is Villegas. It is spelled Villegas, 2 L's, pronounced Villegas. Villegas. Villegas.
I'm out of this talk.
I know you. Yes. I'm doing it more for you than for people listening.
Whatever. I'll never learn. I know. If I do, I won't remember.
Words are hard.
Yep. So is brain function. Appreciate it, Creator. Thanks for coming over.
All right, folks.
All right.
Cheers. Thanks for listening.